Nice. You know what, dude. Podcast on riotcast.com.
What? We're here. And two of us are queer.
Excellent use of the Rock On Tours Salute Your Solution. Excellent use.
Soda,
Hi.
how are you, buddy?
Good to be back with, I forgot what it was like to be in Colonel Kurtz's command.
What are you, a hack Twitter guy?
Dude, he looks like Daredevil. Dude, he looks like
Holy
fucking
shit, you do look like King
Game
Kurt.
of Thrones. Dude, he looks like Colonel Kush.
Everybody.
I was saying it because you were bossing everyone around.
Dude, what was I bossing around? Who?
Deepu and Scopo.
What'd I say to Deepu?
Kept making him change angles.
How is that bossing around?
That's exactly what you're doing.
What do you want me to do? Just keep an angle?
You did boss us around.
What? Yes, I bossed you around. Yes, you two. Because you guys were telling a fucking story.
A great story.
Yeah, and you left everybody. So
The
she's sitting
words
here.
grand larceny were involved.
Yeah.
So I have to.
You were busy bossing people around, so you weren't paying attention.
First of all, Scopo, let's talk about the bossing around.
Yeah.
Me and Scopo, I said, hey, we got everybody's T-shirts up. Boston Scally Company, great company. Anthony Cumia show, we got their shirt up. Listomania, we got his shirt up. I have a T-shirt right there. Just fell. That's right now.
There. Now
Right
it's
here.
there.
We have a brand new T-shirt. Right there. Robert Kelly, live from the Village Underground from my special.
Yeah.
Available at riotcast.com merch page. Very cheap, nice, beautiful T-shirt.
Go download it and buy the
Right.
T-shirt.
Here's the deal. Me and Scopo talked the other day. Hey, I want to hang it up. You should do it. He says, you should hang your shirt up behind me. Get those things and get a hanger. I got it. No problem. I call him up. Hey, did you get... He goes, he reminds me to bring the shirt.
Okay.
He sends me a text in therapy. I'm in therapy. The phone rings. I text him. I'm in therapy. Oh, remember to bring the shirts. Bring 2 shirts. Okay, I do. So I call him. Did you remember the hangers? To hang the shirt. Oh, I forgot. So you remember? So I'm going to bring the shirts in, and I think this is what he wants me to do. Ready? This is what I'm supposed to do the whole show.
Just awkwardly grab
I hold it up.
Deepu's ear.
Hey, welcome to the YKWD. I'm just going to hold this the whole fucking show.
Yeah.
I should make you wear it. Put that on.
Or you can listen,
Put that
Wearing
fucking
it
thing.
will work.
Yeah.
So
It is good
I just
promotion.
thought of that. Don't act like you two just fucking came up with it.
Hey.
And then I said, okay, well just go to the hardware store. We've got plenty of time. Oh yeah. Like that's like
I didn't say like
They're-
that.
they're-
Yeah,
you are like a fucking little roughy dog. Yeah.
There's
Then
black
he goes-
comics who would be like, oh, you hold up the shirt the whole podcast? That's what you got to do in this business.
So then he goes to the fucking thing, okay, and he gets the hanger, forgets the thing to hang the thing on the wall.
I always love how...
So that's bossing around?
Yeah.
That sounded like
Exactly.
a wife story.
You know what? Here's the thing.
But I love how you're...
Here's your problem,
That
Scott.
sounds
Here's
like
your
something
fucking-
Floyd Mayweather says before he hits her.
Here's... Ooh, you were dying to get one of those in, weren't you? Fucking liberal cunt. Sorry, Mike. I love you.
I love how you're...
He's a liberal cunt because he doesn't want to hit women.
Goddamn right. No offense. You shouldn't be able to hit him.
But they're people too.
Didn't do a mic check on him, did I? I didn't know you were going to do voices today. I had Dan set up for the voices, not you, Mike.
Oh, sorry.
You shouldn't hit women at all. Ever.
Unless you're a liberal... Or
No,
what was
you,
it?
Unless they don't buy one of my T-shirts, which Chris Scopo forgot to hang.
Wow, you're on fire for a second, Mike.
It comes and goes.
Anyways.
I'm like an Avenger.
How do you go to the fucking... answer me this. Because I know you're already on everybody else's side. You turned a corner with me. Me and you used to always be together. When it was me, you, and Joe DeRosa. Always backed you up with your fucking voices. But somehow now that you got some fucking fame, due to this fucking show...
Man, you just unraveled in front of me.
Okay?
I was just...
And now you're on his side.
Not at
and
all.
Fucking...
I'm just...
And him.
I'm on his side.
He is breaking away
because,
the kingpin.
because Asia's the big market these days.
I'm waiting for Chris Scopo to just go, but Goonies never say die. You literally were doing the My Wish, My Dream speech just now. It's so emotional.
I wish I knew what that meant.
No, I was just laughing.
But I'm going to laugh at it anyways.
I think you were absolutely in the right about what Scopo didn't shouldn't do, but it's funny how your tone changes when you retell the story.
What's that?
Because you're like, I was on the phone with Scopo, and I said to him, I said, if you could pretty please just pick up some hangers.
Was my tone great on the show? When you forgot the hanger, what'd I say to you?
Hey, just go to the store and get some more.
Ba-boom!
Nah.
Ba-bang!
This is like in cops.
No. How do you
when they
feel now?
show up and then the guy makes
Chris,
the abused woman.
Look at me.
Be like,
Chris, look at me. What'd I say?
See?
Well, look at me. What'd I say?
yeah, this is.
They're just two kids throwing rocks at your window going, how come Soda doesn't want to play with us anymore?
And then I said, go just get the. Here's the thing. Let's go around the room.
I did, hold on.
Yeah.
I did forget you wanted a hanger behind you. I thought we were going to hang him over here. That's why I just got the hanger.
This is the last YKWD I'm ever going to do.
It ends at 362.
Today is the last one. The video's done.
Oh man.
It's done. I'm going back. You know what I'm going back to?
What?
I'm going back.
Turn my fucking iPhone.
Just me and sometimes Colin.
That was the greatest show ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Go around the room, introduce everybody. Scopo. Can you remember that?
I think I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah. To my right, we have Andrew Schulz here.
Hello.
Big news
Good.
with you, and I'm
Yeah.
announcing it.
Can we announce it?
Fuck yeah.
Oh fuck! All right, cool.
Do
I
it.
didn't know
Announce
we
it
could.
right now.
Right? Can
Yeah.
you?
Actually, I don't know if we can.
Oh, don't you tease us
I
like
can't
that.
do
Don't
that.
ruin this for me, Bobby.
Can I find
Don't ruin
out?
this for me. Yeah, call him.
I want to fucking find out.
Ask him.
I'm
He's-
just going to
he's not
text from
answering
Luis
my
Gomez.
text, so that's-
What is Corey? What is Corey or Dave at Comedy Connection that you reconnected? What?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck him. I don't know what the fuck he wants. All right. Let's find out. Can I text?
Hey, that would be cool, man.
I'm going to
Yeah.
text right now if we can find out. So go around the room. Go around to Dan.
Then we have, you just introduce him. Dan
Yeah.
Soder right there.
Hey,
Hey.
all right.
You guys didn't know that argument you guys had before? That's Dan
Oh,
Soder.
we're getting back to that.
Coming back to Mike Lawrence
That
over
has
here.
roots. That has roots.
You're looking for
There's
problems.
a bud that fucking grew off that tree.
You're Dick Cheney and I'm Iraq. You're
You?
looking for things that
Oh,
don't
now I'm
exist.
Dick Cheney.
Yeah, but I didn't say because you look like him. I'm not a Twitter hack. I'm just saying you're looking for problems. There's no problem here.
There's a fuck.
I am committed as ever.
I think I just rubbed my.
I'm a good soldier. I'm Weebay.
It's like mom.
I'm fucking going from the wire. Baltimore's in the news, so I'll
My intro was talked over, and I'm going to use that anger to fuel the rest of this podcast.
Mike Lawrence, how you doing, Mike?
I'm good.
yeah.
Good.
the Mike Lawrence,
Yeah.
also known as the joke writing machine.
The joke machine.
Mark Norman and I dubbed him the Machine when we worked with him.
And then we have, first time on the show, Amy Hawthorne.
Amy
A comedy groupie.
is a comedy
Is your
group.
Twitter
what's
handle,
that noise? Oh,
your
that's my
phone.
phone. Thank you, Scopo. Oh, I like when you. How does it turn me on when you you actually get producery?
You chub up. I get it. Scopo's thick.
Scopo is thick, and Scopo's actually working with me. You're coming with me to Boston.
I am?
Yep, you and what's his name?
Stavros.
Comic from Baltimore. I need this. I gotta see your face. Is coming with me to Boston, so it's gonna be a good show.
Where are you performing in Boston?
Laugh.
Oh, I heard that
Laugh
one's
Boston.
beautiful.
Yeah, I've heard it's amazing.
I've heard. Look it. I love Giggles on Route 1. I love the Colloons. I love the Wilbur. Fucking was my home for a long time, and then Laugh Boston came in and made me an offer. Like, made me an offer. Come on, So it was hard for me to do it, Michael. It was hard for me to walk away.
The breathing is so accurate.
So that's actually my real breathing. my deviated septum, my fucking.
That impression first amazes me and then makes me worry.
I
go.
saw that movie for the first time like 5 years ago.
Yeah, me too.
And when he falls in the field with the oranges at the
Yeah.
end, I just went. And my Italian friend got so mad at me.
Yeah, they can't. That's their.
But
like,
it's so goofy.
Moment.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question about the Boston comedy.
Talk to the microphone. It would
Oh,
help.
sorry. So, hey guys. No,
Andrew
I did-
Schultz
I
just
did
found out he
comedy-
could talk into the microphone.
No, I did Comedy Connection, and I was asking what's the big club in Boston, and apparently there's not like a. They don't have like a. Besides the Wilbur, they don't have another.
Well, what happened was the Wilbur used to be the Comedy Connection in Faneuil Hall, which was my favorite club in the country. Okay, because it was right in Faneuil Hall. It was always sold the fuck out Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was just, it's Faneuil Hall. I mean, you can't get more historic than that. You're blocks away from fucking the North End. You're right near the Garden. I mean,
where the Celtics play.
No, you're right near the Garden, but you're right. It's just centrally located, and Faneuil Hall is just awesome for food and all the fucking crazy shit that goes on. And it was a club. It was a 400-seater, so it was amazing to actually play there. It was one of my favorite clubs in the world. But hang on one second. Stop the train. Get over here. Can you grab that chair? Swing that mic. Just give him that microphone. Give him that microphone. Just give him that mic right there. That's your mic right there. No, keep it on the thing. Noam, the owner of all. I guess he would actually be the Wizard of Oz.
If he was a professional wrestler, his name would be the Landlord.
The Landlord. The Landlord.
It's the Landlord!
He's the owner of the Comedy Cellar, the Olive Tree Cafe, the fucking Village Underground, the Black Eyed Pussycat, and so on and so forth.
His finishing move's the eviction. Pretty good.
His manager is acidic.
Yeah!
He throws hummus in your eyes.
It's keeping the deposit.
The acidic.
He's gonna keep the deposit! He's gonna keep the deposit!
He just gentrified the Rock.
Noam, you walk in here and you look like you have something to say.
I got nothing to say. I thought you had something to say to me.
Oh well, no.
But I want you to say it to me in this beautiful studio that you use.
I heard there was beef.
The landlord.
I want you to
The
say
landlord is about to do the eviction.
in this beautiful studio that you use free of charge with the microphones that I bought. And
These are my microphones.
Well,
I bought all the microphones.
No.
Everything is mine except for
With
this.
the money you saved on the studio.
the
though.
mixer.
You know what the most pro wrestling thing was?
That's it. That's the only thing you got.
This is the most pro wrestling thing. You were like in Nathaniel Hall, which was the best comedy club in the country. Then the music hit and he came in. Let me tell you something about the best comedy club in the country. You summoned him, praising another place. Mike Lawrence is back, everybody! Lawrence is back!
He sat up like the Undertaker.
Do my fucking intro, will you?
I really just came up here to publicly apologize to you, Robert.
Really?
Oh,
Whoa!
Hang on. Stop. This has never happened.
No, this sounded different.
This never
than
happened.
downstairs.
This never happened publicly or personally.
I didn't realize how fragile you were.
Yes, I am very fragile.
And
I am fragile. That's my name, Fragile. That's my wrestling name, Fragile. I'm tough, but if you talk about my childhood, I cry. You get me to cry.
he's got certain little spots that if you just touch them lightly, he crumbles.
Yeah, I crumble. Crumble.
And one of them is his special that he did at the Underground.
Yeah,
and
your club.
And I didn't put he made a long promotional video for it. I didn't mean to say long that way. He made a long promotional video for
Said
it.
it twice.
And
We shortened it. We shortened it.
I promised it was still too long, and I
I
promised.
thought you said long 3 times.
I promised I would put it on our homepage.
Yes.
And I didn't get to it.
Yeah.
And then to make matters worse,
Yeah.
it didn't even occur to me that Keith Robinson is actually in that spot right now, plugging his video.
Wow.
Which he did not do at the Village
No, did not. No, did
Screwball
not.
Theater, right around
Did
the
not.
corner.
Did not do it. I don't even know if they were invited to a show. Didn't even care. I walked away from the deal. I was in a deal, and I said to my manager, I go, I want to walk away. I know I don't have any grounds to do this. I would like to walk away from this, and I'd rather not do it than not do it at the Comedy Cellar in some form or fashion. I'd rather not have a special than not do it at my home club.
Wow.
My home club. I said that and they said, all right, we'll do it. And I said, okay. And then I talked to Noam and everything, blah, blah. And here we are. Look at the shirt. Show him the shirt. Turn around. Show him the shirt. Look at the shirt. Robert Kelly, live from the Village Underground. Your club on a shirt that I promote everywhere. I tell everybody the best
Is
club
someone
in the
going to
world.
tell them that from and at are 2 different words?
Yeah, I think we're starting to also see why Bobby doesn't get a lot of apologies.
Turning on me again. You see how you are? You turn on me again. Fuck you, Dan. We're finished. We're done.
That's
We're
actually
done.
the funniest thing I've ever heard Dan Soder say. No, I don't mean
Back on Robert's side.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
No, because that was so deep and such an insight into human nature, and he didn't have to.
We got it.
That was devastating.
Man, glad you own the club.
Man, his explanation was longer than Bobby's video just now.
No.
That was a long video.
He didn't say it a fourth time, but technically that counts as a fourth insult.
All right, so I'm sorry, Robert, and I am going to take care of it.
Not only did he, here's the thing, not only did I make the video and he makes me, if you get me something, I'll put it up. I got him the thing, never put it up. At the special when it released, didn't put it up, wasn't on the thing. We actually sent people to the Comedy Cellar website. It was never there. So I just assumed that it would be there. Never there.
I should have done it over the weekend, but you know, the other day when Dawn and your son came over and I was trying to make them food and make them dinner and stuff like that, I didn't get to it.
What are we? We're not in the projects. They don't need you. Sure, she didn't. What the fuck is that? It's like my wife. They were over our house. They were starving.
I spent the afternoon with his wife and son.
Yeah.
I know, and I didn't do it. I was supposed to. I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Stop. What do you mean? You're making it sound like you
You're
guys
an
were on a date.
absentee father.
Your wife was there.
You know, you're gone so much, so I have to have a male role model for your son.
Male.
You're on the road a lot.
The key word was male role model. What, that's too far? Really?
I don't care.
You better be on my side, you cock. Fucking Soder.
But now your baby knows all the lyrics to Cats in the Cradle, so there's...
Yeah, Noah was busy playing Harry Chapin for your son.
That was fucking great.
All right, so can I go now?
Yeah, and you're going to make the ad, right?
I'm going to make the ad.
All right. It's going to the page.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do with Keith Robinson's ad?
I'm going to take it down.
Boom. Goodbye. I called that jack upset. I was like, you motherfucker. He's laughing his ass off. I go, I want you off. He goes, Bob, what the fuck, man? We're friends. I go, this is a dog-eat-dog business, Robinson. I go, you're gone.
You know, that website gets a lot of hits.
Yeah,
thousands.
I know, and it would have helped
Thousands a
me.
day.
It would have helped me out when it aired on Comedy Central.
It was on when it aired.
And
No, it was on when it aired.
when it was a release date,
Yeah.
when they could buy it.
Yeah. No, not from the release date we could buy
That's
it.
what I meant. When
No.
you could actually purchase it.
But you can purchase it now, can't you?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
So,
all
all
right.
right, buddy. Thank you. You're the best.
Okay.
You are the best. You're one of the. I say this to everybody. I seriously say this to everybody. One of the most generous people on the planet Earth.
Just not reliable.
Not reliable and sociably kind of retarded. But listen, nicest guy in the world. Oh, don't get nervous. Noam, everybody. Noam, the landlord, a.k.a. the landlord. Hey. Okay, here's the deal. We cannot announce nothing.
I had a feeling.
Here's the deal. Good call, but good stuff.
Well, congratulations
Congratulations to you.
on a shadowy
Mystery
announcement.
congrats.
Shadowy announcement.
Wait.
Congratulations.
You're playing Pete Davidson's dad in his movie?
Yes, that's it.
Would you like a shirt? Oh, you guys have Comedy Cellar has shorts now too, with the new logo.
haven't seen it.
Oof. You know the actual Comedy Cellar sign out front?
Yeah.
With the lights? They have a shirt with that on it.
But what about the one with the guy in the audience?
They have both of them.
Yeah.
Both of
You
them.
got both?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a couple shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually. I don't even know. I just made that up. Am I fucking you right now?
No, I
Okay.
haven't seen it yet.
No, I think Liz is back.
Yeah, I was just hanging out with her downstairs.
Anyways, okay, here we go. So yeah, go to comedycellar.com and check out my link for my page. So let's go, Mike Lawrence. I have a special gift for you today.
I appreciate that.
So we will talk about that. I might give it to you at the break
Okay.
if we take one. Depends on the flow. The flow's been going good so far. So let's keep going. Go ahead,
I did that already.
Chris Scopo. What?
Yeah, I introduced
Everybody got
everybody.
You did everybody?
Everybody.
No.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I go back to our special guest here. I didn't hear it. We were talked over by Noam. Do it again.
Oh, we got Amy Hawthorne, a.k.a. Comedy Groupie.
What's her last name?
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne.
Yes.
Or Hawthorne. What is it? Which is it?
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Hawthorne,
Hawthorne.
which is
And-
mangled by everybody all of the time.
And you have a comedy blog. What's it
Yeah.
called?
ComedyGroupie.com.
ComedyGroupie.com. That's cool. And welcome to the show for the
Thanks.
first time.
It's
Awesome.
great to be here.
I like your personality already. All right. So here's the deal. Andrew, I really wish we could have announced it because that was like what I was really wanted to talk about. I was very proud of you. I'm very happy for you.
Thank you.
So there's also another one of our friends that we can be happy for.
Yeah,
But it
and
will-
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Well, yeah, good stuff.
Which
I love
is
when
awesome.
good stuff happens to
Yeah.
okay people.
I'll take it.
You know, it's weird. You know, it's kind of when someone says to me, like, I get that, dude. I'm happy for you, dude.
Wait. You got new faces?
Again. Faces for the second time.
Somewhere Lewis is steaming right now.
I know he just. Hopefully, that'd make me so happy if everybody he knows gets new faces except for him.
Yeah.
He just goes up there and takes everybody out with an Uzi.
Who is Lewis's arch nemesis in comedy?
Apparently,
The
yours-
industry.
Hang on. Apparently, yours is a microphone. Can you uncross your legs, you fucking lazy model,
be comfortable.
and
I
get
don't
into
like
the microphone?
I gotta have too good posture for this show, man. I need to lean back a little bit.
Yeah, you can lean back.
go.
Just
Come
talk to
on.
the fucking microphone.
Guys, I got big news.
You can take the mic out if you want.
That was good.
You would get a real nice cock block.
You like
going
that
on.
right there? All right, that's good.
Goddamn, fucking Andrew is such a tall, good-looking motherfucker.
Lazy model.
Stop it.
Jesus
You stop
Christ.
it. Oh, God.
Why don't you shave every day?
You know what? This is the only place I grow hair. It's kind of embarrassing.
You permanently grow conquistador face?
Yeah.
You're a swashbuckler? That's all you have?
Exactly. It's horrible, but this is the only place. But it's embarrassing because people actually think I try to grow it like this, and I would never try. I would love to grow a
Yeah, you're not
fucking
like a 13-year-old
beard.
Puerto Rican kid.
I'd look like a Puerto Rican girl. That's how I grow hair. It's like a fucking female Latina. And it's embarrassing, but it's the only place I grow it, so it's
Dude,
fucking
that's-
Yeah,
horrible.
I feel left out. You told someone else to shave every day. What the fuck?
Dude, no, you can grow the full beard.
Yeah, you got a fucking
Yeah,
beard.
they just did a whole study on beards too. That they're finding fecal matter in beards.
That's
Oh, my wife
fascinating,
texted me
They're
this
finding
morning.
Did you really?
fecal matter.
Yeah.
But I always think whenever we hang out, I always think about how good it would feel to have your face smooth after having all that.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah.
Noam, the landlord.
Yeah.
Can you introduce?
It's the landlord. He's back again. That son of a bitch.
I gotta go though. I have somebody waiting for me downstairs. Go ahead.
Apparently, what is this? Eyelash?
Like you don't know.
I don't know. What am I? I'm not a cross-dresser. Yeah, it's eyelash stuff, right?
Eyelash adhesive.
Oh, to put on eyelash. He goes,
Oh.
one of your
Tranny
He goes,
must
one of
have
your
left it in the
trannies left
bathroom.
it.
That was just there.
Yeah, just there.
I love
bathroom.
I love that he's blaming me.
Well, my wife's gonna come over here and she's gonna assume I'm using.
Yeah, and she's gonna find tranny stuff, and she's just gonna laugh and go, "Go ahead, I don't give a shit." Just like my wife would do. Our wives don't care if we bang trannies.
Wait, what?
Hold on.
That's a super liberal relationship.
Your wife doesn't care if you bang trannies.
I'm saying our wives.
Because I heard. Wait, did you tell this? I heard the story that you told on Nick DiPaolo's podcast recently.
Yeah.
It was kind of a homosexual story.
What was that?
I mean, you said it on a podcast about giving a guy a blowjob.
When?
Oh, for a steak? When he
Oh,
was
when I blew the guy
12?
for a
Yeah,
steak?
yeah.
That's old news. That's old news.
Old news. Yeah,
Two and a
that's
half
old.
years ago,
Old
Norm.
Bobby,
Yeah.
yeah, it's his
Yeah, I was
thing.
a
When he was
kid.
12, he sucked a dick
Not
for
even
a
so. I was
steak.
12. I was
How
younger
old
than
were you?
that.
How
Younger
old were
than
you?
that.
I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
Younger than 12? You know that's molestation. You were
Well, no,
molested.
he was the same age.
Oh.
Even 12 is
It's
bad.
still
How did
molestation.
he have steak?
Who
if he
wants
was
steak
11?
that bad
I
at
don't know.
9?
He
What the? Who
I mean,
cares?
He was really
Bobby-
smart.
I think your radio show really just should be a new panel every week discussing that same story. every week.
That's a good idea.
Was I molested with Robert
You never
Gay?
have a better show than that. This is the best story
Yeah,
ever.
no. Joe Matarese says, "I'm fixing Joe." Really? You have a house in New Rochelle, cocksucker. Should be fixing Bob. I blew a guy for a steak. What'd you do?
Is there a relationship between that and the tranny thing?
What do you mean? No, I'm my point. I was joking, and apparently it flopped because you made it literal. But
Wait,
I'm saying
do you
that
like trannies or not?
if your wife found eyeshadow,
He ignores it when he doesn't want to answer. Go ahead.
No, I'll answer it. I stop. I don't like this one.
Do you like transsexuals?
No.
Do you like transsexuals?
Wait, just answer the question.
We want the answer.
You don't want the answer.
talking into the microphone.
I'll fuck a tranny. I'll fuck her right in the ass, and I'll get fucked. I'll fuck them all.
I think, no, my wife...
I'll do it for free. I don't even need meat anymore.
I would think Nomi would have enough money to fuck the tranny who would already have the eyelashes on. Like that's a cheap tranny that would have to apply them when they're there.
Sucks when you have to
No, you,
explain
like,
the
rough
joke
her
right
up
at the
so
end of it.
Shut up.
You know, with the eye when you have to put it.
Hold on. So you've done this in your
Yeah, as a
into it?
comic though, instinctually you felt the joke not getting the laugh you thought it would at the time you did, so you just kept going with the explanation, thinking that somehow we go.
Does nobody really want to know? Is this something that's known? Maybe I'm just out in the cold here.
Yeah, we've known about
Oh,
this.
so you know this
Yeah.
I'm fascinated by. So what do you think of the whole Bruce Jenner thing? Like, what do you think about?
Now that we know you're an expert.
Yeah, no, for real. I want to know about
Hang on
this.
1 second. I need to get back. I need. Shut up.
Let me ask you one question.
Andrew, I
one
will
question.
turn your mic off.
Please, let me ask you one question. Okay, so
We will get
Wait,
back
you
to
gotta
this.
clarify
I have-
about the wife thing
I know.
before we get too far.
talk about getting fucked in your ass.
Oh, now
Are you going
Mike
to tell the
was too
person
good. Jesus Christ.
that's waiting for you all of this when?
It's a newspaper interview. I gotta go.
Oh, oof. Listen. Here's the deal. I don't like when you do this. Is you say you look at other people, whether you know them or not, and you go, "That's the way Robert is." You just make shit up. You make these grand statements about who I am as a person.
I make up?
You went. Robert does that. That's his thing. That's not my thing.
You heard me say that?
I'll
Can we
rewind
go,
the
can we go to
fucking
the tape.
tape.
I don't think I said that.
Yeah, we'll do it next week. I don't have the technology for this. All right, I'll see you later, landlord. Listen.
That's going to be great in the New York Times where it's like, owner, Noam Dworman came downstairs and said he was just talking about friends Robert Kelly's love of transsexuals.
We had the tranny show the last week.
Oh, yeah.
3 transsexuals in 3 different age brackets and actually 3 different stages of their lives. And it was actually real interesting, man. It was, Bailey's kind of where she's at, but she lives in Poughkeepsie, married to a fucking regular dude and, has a regular life and, in a small little town upstate. You have
Can I have a question?
hang on 1 second.
All right.
Jay McBride, who's a stand-up comic, a little older than Bailey, a little past, doing porn or whatever. I mean, she's just a fucking hilarious stand-up comedian who is I'm not just saying that either.
She's actually funny, yeah.
Fucking hilarious. She was great on the show. And then you have Sue, who I want to talk about. Deepu, who's actually friends with now, who is this cute 20-something-year-old girl who just started transitioning in the last 5 years or so, right?
I feel like you're trying to pin me in a corner here, but okay, yeah, go ahead.
And she just got breasts and all that stuff, and it was a really great show. So I guess one of them was putting on some shit during the some eyelashes on.
Yeah, I
But
guess okay.
you went to the movies with her, right?
Yeah, I saw Ultron with her yesterday.
Yeah. How was it?
It was amazing.
Really?
I thought it was better than the original Avengers.
Whoa.
I don't know if I don't know how
Stop.
I don't know if you've just awakened
Before
we
we get into this,
Yes, go ahead.
Before
Yes.
Mike,
Steven,
before,
look at him.
Please.
Mike, before we get into this, let me ask this question.
Hang on, Mike.
Okay, so
just
because
turn green.
I watched the Bruce Jenner interview, and
Yeah.
he was talking about I guess gender identity, and
Yeah.
he said this was the only thing that confused me. He said I am a woman,
Yeah.
I'm into women, but I'm not a lesbian.
Yeah.
So can you explain? All right? Yeah. How does that work in terms of
My friend being married to the Bailey J.
no? How does Bailey sees herself as a female, right?
Bailey is a female.
Is a female? Sorry.
She is more woman than she is man, but she has man parts.
Right, but her conscious
And
is
woman
female.
parts, yes.
Her conscious is female,
Yeah.
right? And if
She's
she
female.
likes guys, she would consider herself straight, right?
Yes.
Right?
She likes both. She likes both.
Or bisexual. But how is Bruce Jenner telling us that he's a woman,
Yeah.
and we want to treat him as a woman, and,
Yes.
and we accept him as a
We-
woman, but if
absolutely.
he's into women,
Yeah.
how can he call himself heterosexual? That's what confused me. Am I not understanding?
Well, I think it is confusing. I don't think you're wrong in being confused. I think you should be confused. I think he's confused. It's a confusing
Time or whatever?
no, it's a confusing thing to go through, and it's confusing for us to understand it. But I think the main part that you need to understand is that when somebody says, "I feel this way. I believe that I'm a woman," you have to just respect it.
I absolutely
mean?
respect
Yeah.
it. The only confusing part is after I respect it and you say that you're into women and you're not a lesbian, then I get confused because I'm like, well, why can't... It makes me almost feel like he's a little bit homophobic.
I think he might be holding back, too. I mean, for him to go out and say, "I like men," or "I've been with a man," that might have been a little too much. I don't know. I'm not saying allegedly. I'm saying that it might be a plan or some type of, hey, don't say this, don't say that.
Yeah.
I think this was well thought out.
Yeah.
Everything was well thought out on this. Because, look, if he went on and was like, "Yeah, I love dudes, too," or "I slept with it," people might be like,
Oh, you're just gay, blah, blah, blah.
I don't know. I don't fucking
he probably
know.
had final say on the interview, and every part of it was controlled, and and I mean the thing is, yeah, the only right answer is that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, because we're to me none of it. It's like whatever makes that person happy. Okay. I mean, the toughest thing is,
But is it really that? Like, can I just go, well, I'm an alligator?
Yeah.
Like that's not not reality. Like
Well, what do we have to do?
Yeah,
to
but what
treat
does
you
you
like
being an alligator affect me? Like, that's
it
fine.
doesn't affect you, but at the same time, you can look at me and be like, "Well, you're not an alligator because there's rules to being an alligator."
What's the rules?
If you're,
You gotta live in a swamp.
What else, man? What else you gotta do?
You gotta eat when they throw the chicken in the swamp. You gotta roll around and just gobble it up.
And what happens if a big alligator comes in there? It's a goddamn gator fight. Clapping and a snapping.
And rolling around. You don't identify as a gator. I know gators. You ain't got no gator in you. I know gators.
We awoke the creeping giant.
God, I would literally quit everything to do this with you every day. That would make me fucking. I wish.
Does that make sense? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
but you're trying to like. I think your point is like you're saying like, oh, I identify with a different species, so now.
No,
like,
my point is identifying with something is one thing, but like I don't think there's anything wrong with being a lesbian. So if you're a woman and you like other women, why is it so important for you to still identify as heterosexual?
Because
it's fine, no matter what you are.
Because
it's
he
fine.
has a penis. I think he's keeping his penis, and he likes to use his penis. He likes to fuck with his penis,
So
which makes him
sexuality is physical parts.
which makes him heterosexual.
So sexuality is physical parts.
Well,
gender is emotion. See,
inside.
that's where it's.
Well,
Some people.
I mean, I've really learned that whatever you say about this subject, the people that are experts are going to be like, no, but it's this. And the best way is just be like, okay.
Yeah,
You really do have to
I thought SNL did a great job on Weekend Update.
What is it?
Like they were going to make a joke about the interview, and then they're like, it's. And then Colin looked at Che on Weekend Update. He goes, "You want to take this one?" And Che goes, "Nope." And it went back to Colin. He's like, "I guess it's okay." And then they just went forward. And it was
That's
like
funny.
that was the best part because you're like, "Yeah,
Whatever
Mike's
it
right.
is,
You
it's
can't.
okay.
Yeah, you just have to."
It doesn't matter to me, but it just seems peculiar that you would.
I mean,
fight
you
so
sit
hard.
feminine.
Imagine how
I
well.
sit super feminine. Like I cross my legs the whole thing. I don't give a fuck.
Imagine
And my
how
point
well
is-
Latinos would be respected if they blogged every day. You know what I mean? Like it's like they fucking have the monopoly on blogging. You can't win with it. I'm sure if I was famous enough.
What does that mean? They have who has the monopoly on blogging?
I'm just saying that like
Who is they?
Who's they?
I just didn't like.
Be careful.
Within
Not to
the,
get in
I know I'm
trouble.
fucking myself now, right now.
I'm racing anything else for you ever again.
Yeah. No, but what I'm just saying is that like within that community, it seems any attempt to, whatever Bruce Jenner says or jokes about Bruce Jenner or even Amy's interview with Bailey J, it all gets
Yeah, because
looked at and dissected in a way that I've never seen anything else dissected to that degree.
Because you would never hear about it. Now we hear everybody hears about it instantly. Back in the day, it wasn't that way because it was, but they did it in their head, and they.
But isn't this a little unfair? Like here's somebody who is been confused their whole life, right?
Yes.
And is being shit on for being confused about their identity, right? Now we're confused about their identity, and they're shitting on us for the same confusion that they've dealt with their whole life. It's like, give me a second to understand it. Help me. I think it's hypocritical in a little way.
They
like,
judoed us.
It took
They
you
threw us over
60
their hip.
years to figure it out. You're expecting me to understand it in one day.
It's a
When I
lot
have
longer
some
than 60
questions,
years, by the way.
But you know what I mean? Like
Well-
it's like if I have questions, don't immediately jump down my
Here's
throat
the-
and call me ignorant.
the
Just
most-
like help me understand.
Here's the most important
Hang
thing.
on. I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
She's trying to
My
speak.
bad,
three
Amy,
times.
my bad. I'm
No,
sorry.
what were you
going
going
to
to say, sweetie?
Oh, well, I was going to say,
That's enough. Go ahead, Mike. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
women's finished talking. No, but so I went to a women's college, and I dealt with a lot of that with like lesbian issues and also just women's issues. And it was an interesting thing as I got older to see. You kind of learn like make the world you want to live in. So that's where you get this adamant attitude of like, no, fucking stop, catcalling me. You should stop saying this. Give me my money. All that kind of stuff. And then you don't realize until you get to be like about 30 that you're like, oh wait. If we have a conversation, I can help everyone understand.
Yeah, let's just do
because
that.
you aren't where I want you to be doesn't mean you're a bad person. But that's how people feel is if I give you an inch, you're going to take everything.
That's a great
That was
explanation.
well blogged. I mean, talked.
No, but that is a great explanation.
That was
It's
great,
because
yeah.
it's like because we don't understand where we are now. It's like we're lost, and you're like, but get there, and you're like, I don't have any directions to get there.
Exactly. Nobody understands.
I'm not
giving
judging in
directions
any way.
doesn't-
I really want to
exactly.
know, and
I'm
I'm
just saying,
fascinated.
like,
by
I
it.
think-
It's not that
think-
you're genuinely like a good
I
dude
want to
coming
understand
at
it,
this.
and it means nothing for me for you to do this with your life and you to not make this choice, but that is who you are and your gender, and I respect that entirely.
But we are getting more open. We're forced to be more open now than we were back in the day because things are more public than they ever was. So people are being forced into the open with their sexuality, who they really are, because you will be found out anyways. And if we find out without you telling us, oh boy, do we fucking lash out.
Why is there resentment? That's what. Sorry to cut you, Mike, but that's a weird
thing to lied to. The public feels like what the fuck, like Mr. Brady when we found out he was gay, because we felt like they're trying to get something over on us. Here's the Wheaties man. Here's the Olympic guy. Here's the guy in the Kardashian man's fucking man. Wait a minute,
I bought Wheaties because of you, motherfucker. Like that's a weird thing to be upset about.
Paul Lynde was straight on a sitcom where he had kids and he was like, all right, let's take you to the park. I mean, that was a real thing. Liberace.
I was just going to say Liberace. For years, they were like, my daughter should marry him.
I mean, Rock Hudson going way back. That was
it was funny. It was like, you could be yourself, just don't say what you are. But what I was saying was, like, I think it's important to accept first and then understand. For example, accepting that Avengers 2 is not as good as Avengers and then letting me teach you to understand why.
I would agree with you on the Avengers point and actually the greater point about accepting and then understanding.
Yeah, I think, I mean, I have no problem. When I became, here's the thing, I became friends with Bailey. I saw Bailey on the internet on like a YouTube video, not even a porn.
Sure.
And I'm like, I swear to God, I tell you, I just told you I blew a dude for a steak. I admit to jerking off to tranny porn. What's the fucking wrong with you? You don't know me. But then when they had them on my show, I became friends with her and her husband. And having them over my house, and I've been up to their house, and they're just my friends. That's it. And I forget. I remember when she came to Max's birthday party, she was just sitting around with everybody. I forgot that she was just Bailey. She's my friend's wife.
Yeah.
That's it. And she was around all my neighbors, and nobody fucking knew. You know what I mean? And nobody, would really give a fuck. The more you're exposed to something, the less you give a fuck about it.
Well, the world changes, too, It's like people always say, like, back in the day, the greatest generation, we stayed married. People were fucking miserable, killing themselves, abusive marriages.
They hit women a lot.
Yeah, and then they had the women finally had the confidence to fucking leave.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Well, it had to do with religion, too. You don't leave. That's against...
Catholics didn't get divorced.
Yeah, Catholics, you can't get divorced.
But you're talking about being exposed to something and being more comfortable with it. A lot of people don't know in Colorado, there's a city called Trinidad, which performed in the world the most transgender surgeries. Like up till I think about 10 years ago, and it still is. It's a major destination for people to get gender reassignment surgery.
A lot of trainees live there?
Yeah, they live there.
How much does it cost to fly there?
Also known as your El Dorado, your city of gold.
Norton's second home.
Yeah, he's got a home in Trinidad.
It's just the statue of Norton in the center of town.
We call him the Liberator.
Fat Norton and skinny Norton.
Yeah. But that was like a thing where in Colorado, you kind of knew, like, if people went to Trinidad, they were going to get gender reassignment.
Right.
But it was called, like, now the terms are softer, but then it was like, oh, yeah, guy's a tranny. He's going to go to Trinidad and become a woman. And you're just
Don't say tranny.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. The language is softened.
Yeah, I'm saying
can do it.
I can't do it.
You earned it.
It's trans.
Trans woman.
You have your trans woman card.
Well, tranny now is offensive because it's the N word for trans women because I think, like Bailey said, or actually Jay McBride said, oh, it's cool, but then you come up, are you really a tranny?
Yeah.
Some guy after a show, it sounds rude.
And by the way, I wasn't calling him that. I was saying that was the term.
No, you were.
No, I wasn't. I was saying back in the term.
And you went,
Someone's going to get a blog.
I remember Comedy Central, I couldn't say that, and then I had a joke where I said I was given a nickname, and it rhymes with agate and e-tard, and they're like, you can't say e-tard. But agate was fine. It's
Wait a minute. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You couldn't say tranny on Comedy Central?
No.
That's surprising?
It's fucking dumb. Come on.
No.
Listen, man, you should be if you're willing to say it and take the heat, fuck you. You should be able to say it.
Yeah,
Comedy Central is not willing to take the heat.
And no one is. We are losing that right to say what we want.
On TV.
And
everywhere.
it was this weird. It was like this one.
Not everywhere. FX is fearless.
FX is. But I'm saying.
I think I said Ladyboy, and they're like, we're fine with that, which is betraying.
Ladyboy's not. Ladyboy is.
Yeah,
not.
you sound like a fucking alcoholic GI from Vietnam.
Yeah.
It's like I was with a bunch of lady boys in Saigon. fucking. I think that's meaner. Calling
But
them
it
ladyboys.
is often literally whoever is willing to blog and complain. I mean,
And ladyboys
Jehovah's
are
Witnesses have gotten more separation of church and state laws and all of that than any fucking one else because they fight for it.
Yeah.
You don't have to say the Pledge of Allegiance because of those guys.
Yeah, and I love the fucking Pledge of
I
Allegiance.
pledge allegiance
to the
to the
flag.
Pledge of Allegiance.
But they don't want to claim allegiance to a god, which I understand.
Oh, it just.
That's, you
I
know.
mean, who knows where this all gets us?
Right,
But
we
it
all
is. I
start
mean,
going into this.
you're a. I
Pledge
mean,
allegiance to
okay,
the
you're a
flag.
blogger.
The United States of America.
Hang on one second.
To the republic, to
For which it stands, one
one
nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's under God. It's not even to a God. It's under God.
Yeah,
whoever
but you're
God that
acknowledging
is.
a god.
I want to ask you a question.
And not
You're a
everyone believes in
blogger. Are you
that.
guys
That's
fucking
a little
done?
too much.
You're a blogger.
Yeah.
You're technically part of the problem. I mean, really. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about people now. Did you go to school for journalism?
Nope.
Are you? Do you have any other jobs besides your blog?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah, I do marketing. I've done all kinds of technical writing. I have done journalism before,
But-
I did comedy stuff.
Okay, so then you say, but here you are. You could go and you could take this fucking whole show out if you wanted to.
I could. This is
Hang
actually
on one second. I want to make sure you got enough water. Can
yeah.
we get? Did you want a coffee or something?
Ironically cut off from the transgender discussion.
It's funny too because Lewis is always like, "We got a blogger here. Why won't she get angry at us on Skanks?" And I'm like, "Because I'm not that kind of blogger."
Right.
So, though I actually had this great thing on April 1st, April Fool's Day, I put up like a fake one of those where I said, "These are the 5 most offensive comedians working today. You should boycott them."
Right.
But I picked the nicest, sweetest. You know, if you know anything about
Ryan
comedy,
Hamilton.
I didn't pick Ryan, that's- Pete Lee was number 1 on the list. Pete Lee, and then I picked a guy from LA, Fahim Anwar, who's also super nice.
yeah.
Everyone knows I love him.
Yeah.
I had so many angry comments and like emails and like, "What's wrong with you? Why do you hate comedy? You're part of the problem. How can you call yourself that?" I was like, "Holy cow! I thought I went overboard. This was a joke." And everyone goes, "No, people write worse than this every day."
Every
Oh,
day.
yeah.
Because there's no. It's like a text message. You can't pick up the tone.
No.
I'd rather just call somebody and say, "Hey, what's up?" It's like "fuck you" or "fuck you."
Yeah.
You don't know what it is
I'm
when
telling-
you read that blog. So it's almost like I wish they did blogs in audio record. I know it's like a podcast. If we could hear you fucking snickering and joking and being sarcastic.
Well, that's actually like 6 months ago. I read this. I forgot on what website. I think it was The Guardian. I read a thing about behavioral scientists are saying that younger generations, because they're always on their phone and on computers, they're losing the ability to identify sarcasm and facial movements indicating sarcasm. Therefore, and this just happened to me at a college last week, which I don't do colleges. This girl didn't get sarcasm, and midway through the show, during my opener, was like yelling out, like, "I'm offended. That's not right. I'm offended." And it became a
Was
whole
she
thing.
Russian?
No. Yeah.
Get it? Because you're Russian.
Yeah,
man?
I didn't even do that.
What got done there?
But it was a problem because she didn't. It took another student being like, "Oh, she was being sarcastic," and that girl's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
okay," and you're like, "Yeah, you didn't fucking get it." They don't get it. That's what I'm saying. We're fucking.
What do
But
you
one
think?
thing-
Sorry,
They're losing
Mike,
social skills.
What do you
too.
think about the Jeremy Renner and the whole slut shaming thing going on with what he said? Sorry.
Into the mic.
Oh, my bad. do you know what I mean? Like he called whatever her name
I
is.
mean, I'm
a
more
slut.
upset that he tried to say that Hawkeye was a weak character on Jimmy Fallon, if you want me to be honest.
He was a weak character.
No, he's not.
In the movie,
guys,
he has
guys.
a bow and arrow. Why isn't Iron Man
the
made
right
him
soul
a thing? There are better weapons that exist.
That
in
speech he gives to Wanda is the best part of the movie.
Oh, stop.
You are an
speech.
adventure if you walk out this door. Fucking unbelievable.
Listen, man, I have to agree with Hawkeye. Is actually, first of all, you got to give him way more credit because he's not a fucking genius
Yeah.
scientist.
So he shouldn't be there.
But he's not a fucking. He's not an X-Men. He's
a family man.
Why
He's a
won't
regular
someone
guy.
make him a gun?
Regular
Just
guy.
give him a gun. He's immediately better.
They did it in the Ultimate Universe and it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
He just can't shoot.
Someone
as well.
was ahead of you.
It's a fucking bow and arrow of the
What about
future.
a machine that takes the bow and arrow out of his back for him and
But you
puts
know
it
what's
into
cool
the bow and arrow?
when he's in the barn,
Yep.
you just see all of the different targets and stuff that they don't even, and that's just how much he fucking cares about his job, that he's always trying to be the best. I love that. You ever?
I miss that whole
The
thing
best,
with the targets.
the best moments I've had in comedy are when I know I'm the weakest person on a lineup and I have to try hard. Just
You have
to
a
fit
lot
in.
of great moments.
Yeah. This podcast is not one of them.
Boom! That's a counterpunch.
I'm at least the Thor on this, but no. But no, but it's that thing of like trying to fit in is more interesting than the guy who fits in.
Okay, fair enough. You relate to that more. I guess I don't relate to it as much.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't.
He's like, 'cause I've always been great.
No, I don't relate exactly. Matter of fact, I probably would relate to that more in comedy than I would in just the regular world.
But
Sometimes
think about
I feel like
here's
an
what's-
outsider in the comedy world.
But here's what's cool about Hawkeye, right? So many of the
Wow, we went from
superheroes.
trannies to Hawkeye without even blinking. I love it. Go ahead.
But so many of the heroes have these tragic accidents and these, freak things that happen to them and they're forced into it or someone dies. This is a guy who didn't have that stuff and still chose, I'm going to be the best person I can because it's the right thing to do. He is the firefighter. He is the cop. He's the guy who puts himself on the line when he doesn't have to. And that's more heroic.
I'm going to protest everyone he kills in Age of Ultron, too.
They're all robots. It's fine.
Okay. Well, robot lives matter.
But you understand that would really exist.
What?
There would be.
I'm joking.
There would be if that there will be fucking a group of people going robots matter if we start fucking killing robots.
But I think there's a huge difference between not systematically being racist
But
towards black people.
But you see what I'm
and
saying,
fucking
right?
robots.
I love the explanation for it, man. I think it's great. I just feel like after watching Captain America 1,
Yeah.
I realized
Just
I
called
didn't.
Captain America.
Whatever, Captain America.
That's it.
It's actually
So-
Captain America, the first Avenger.
Who gives a fuck? I realized after that movie, they
Directed
tried to,
by Joe Johnston, who also did The Rocketeer.
So basically, the whole time they're like, "Oh my God, he's so good at organizing," and I'm like, "I don't give a fuck." Like, and then the second Captain America came out, and all of a sudden he could jump and he could punch shit, and he was really good. And I was like, "Oh, you're a superhero now. That's what I care about."
He did that in the first one.
The first one, all he did was like he kind of ran a little bit faster than normal. He was really good at going. You go there, you go there.
Took it down to
Captain
submarine.
America
Yeah, he barely had any powers in the fucking first one.
in the Avengers.
No,
Comes
first
out-
Captain America.
Yeah, when he comes out of the fucking thing all jacked.
Yeah.
So that's his powers going.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool power. It's a pretty goddamn cool power.
Flex.
Yeah.
But his basic power is he's like a peak human. He's the fastest. And
Wait, why did they
strongest
make
on
more Captain Americas?
They
Like,
couldn't. They got killed. They killed the scientists.
Scientists,
That's
so
it.
no one else could figure it out?
Couldn't. They
Yeah.
tried to figure it out with
Well,
Bruce
except-
Banner, and that's how he became the Hulk.
Yeah.
It fucked up. They couldn't figure it out. That's how with gamma rays,
Yeah.
and it fucked up. And that's
the whole thing in this that like Strucker is
I don't know.
experimenting
I
on the
didn't
20
see number 2 yet.
Yeah, the good guys win.
Okay.
the good guys do win yet again.
Okay.
Or there
Yeah.
wouldn't be a 3. But
Okay.
there is a cool ending,
Okay, done.
Yeah.
and then the
Come
action.
on, it's been Tuesday. If you wanted to see it, you would have.
by now. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like people.
It came
who
out
say,
on Friday.
"Don't ruin it." You had
It
4
came out
days.
Thursday at 7.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn data fight!
I'm sorry that there was the fucking Mayweather-Pacquiao fight.
I
There was-
saw it.
Yeah, well, I didn't have the
Well, Iron Man didn't beat his wife. You could have seen it.
How do we know? He's putting his wife. He's
'Cause
probably
he's
put his
not
wife
married.
in way more danger than
He's
Floyd
not
has
married.
put his. Iron Man is
his
responsible
secretary?
for
They
way
are
more
not
human
married?
deaths
Whoa,
than
stop,
Floyd
stop,
Mayweather.
stop.
I'll say it's pretty emotionally
He's
abusive
not a
towards her.
secretary. Pepper is not a secretary.
Well, she started off as
She
one.
is the fucking owner of the company.
Assistant. She was an
CEO.
assistant.
Well, okay, he did get that
CEO.
turn Iron Man 3, which is a forgettable movie.
Yeah, so they,
That would be woman shaming by just calling Pepper
Iron Man
a
3
secretary.
sucks.
I think.
And I'm going to see it this Friday.
the Avengers. I'll say this: I went. Well, Keith Robinson calls me up. He says, "Hey, dummy, we're all going to the theater." And when these big movies comes out, he buys around 20 tickets, and we go to the late show. But dummy waited too long. We couldn't get the 12 or 11:30, so we had to get the 1:30 in the morning show.
Wow.
So
Of a 2.5 hour long movie.
So we go. We all show up at 1:30, and then there's 20 of us. Gary Gulman, Lenny Marcus, Truck, Sherrod, and I mean, fucking everybody.
How weird does it feel to not be home with your son because you're seeing a superhero movie?
It feels fantastic. So then I get there, and he sits me next to Lenny Marcus, who does, love Lenny, to have lunch with, to talk jokes with, not to watch a sci-fi fantasy movie, because he doesn't believe in it. He doesn't like comic books. He doesn't like sci-fi. He doesn't like any. So
He's got a real face that
Does-
says he likes sci-fi.
doesn't like trailers. Every trailer. Oh God, another one. I'm like, this Batman trailer comes on. Oh! He goes, oh boo. What? Next to me was a group of young
have so much in
boys.
common.
As soon as it came on, they raised their fist in the air like it's some Batman gang. Okay. And I was like, oh my God, shut the fuck. We're gonna get our ass beat because Lenny's trashing Batman. He's trashing everything. And then the movie starts, and he's like, "Oh, really? Can they really do that?" I'm like, "Oh, you gotta shut up."
That would have moved.
Keith Robinson's laughing this whole time. The whole fucking time you hear Keith just giggling because I'm sitting next to this pessimist. It was like The Odd Couple, me and this asshole.
Yeah.
But the movie itself, I thought was great. Not as good as the first one.
No.
Not even close.
No.
Too much stuff.
Yeah.
Too much stuff.
What
Too
was
many.
up with the Ninja Turtles house scene? Do you
What?
remember Ninja Turtles where they just went to
Yeah.
the house so Raphael
I call it
could
the farm
recover?
from Looper
Yeah.
What
budget
the fuck are
saving.
you talking about?
Remember in the Ninja Turtle movie,
The first one.
the first one where they
Yeah.
just go to April's house.
Yeah,
where
then Raphael was all fucked up.
recovers?
I don't remember this.
Here's what
I'm talking about Avengers. How the fuck did we get on?
Because
the
they have
scene-
this house scene. So they have this house
go to
scene where they go
Hawkeye's
to
house.
Hawkeye's house,
I
bring
know
his
that, yeah.
wife and kids, and then
Okay.
they chop wood in the summer. What the fuck do you need wood for in the middle of the summer?
one-
Everybody's in shorts and they're
You know this
chopping
is-
wood for this
First of
fire
all,
they're gonna build.
nighttime is cold. It drops.
In August?
Yes, it wasn't August.
In fucking
was
August, he's
September.
wearing an Under Armour
Dude,
t-shirt.
It was September 14th.
Dude, I
How
love.
do you know it's September?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Dude, I
It wasn't
love
snowing
that.
anywhere, and they went all over the world.
It's a movie about robots fighting superheroes, and Schulz is like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wood chopping? That's September?
Yeah,
That is ridiculous!" You're like, oh, what about the guy that turns into a big green monster?
I'm Lenny
when he's
Marcus.
upset?
I'm
Yeah.
fucking
You
Lenny
really-
Marcus.
Yeah, you gotta let go.
Me and Lenny
Really?
need to watch
This is what happened. They filmed everything else, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just go to Detroit in the city where Hawkeye lives." They're like, "Oh, we don't have the money for any more city shots."
We just need to go to the
They ask a grip like, "You still got that farm out there?" Yeah, you could shoot there. Like
felt like
Looper
that.
did that. Looper had this amazing future world in the first hour. It was unbelievable. They ran out of money, and the last half is in a fucking farm, and it's boring.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was actually kind of cool in the farm. With the cornfields and
For
the
the kid?
secret door. Yeah, I thought it was actually kind of cool.
In Looper?
Yeah. I
I
mean,
just
you
thought
ruined
that-
it for me by telling me it was because of a budget.
Me too. I was sitting here unraveling, listening to him.
But
I was
that
like,
world was so fucking cool. Jeff Daniels as like a time traveling gangster and everything.
Here's the thing
Unbelievable.
with the Vision. When Vision, do you know about? All right, whatever.
I know he shows up.
Anyways, when that happened,
Who's Vision?
He's
Did you see the movie?
Yeah.
The
The dude.
Oh, the guy. I was
Yeah.
wondering who he was.
yeah, he comes in.
Oh, I thought that was
he's
Daredevil.
at-
Well, he's a mix of Adam Warlock and Vision in the movie.
What do you mean?
Because Adam Warlock in the comic books has the soul gem, and that's what powers him, and he comes out of a cocoon, and the Vision does not.
All right, but Vision is just Jarvis, correct?
Not in the comic, no.
But he is in the movie.
Did you guys
Yeah, in
know
the movie.
Jarvis was Paul Bettany the whole time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That bothered the fuck
Why?
out of me.
Since
'Cause I
Iron
don't
Man
like
1.
fucking Paul Bettany.
You don't like Paul Bettany?
No, you didn't know that
Who
was his
doesn't like
voice?
fucking Paul
Who
Bettany?
does fucking like
Specific
him?
complaints
'Cause he
about
was-
this
first
First they chopping wood, and then Paul fucking Bettany
It ruined
strolls in.
Jarvis. Fuck Jarvis.
Wait,
now,
who's
dude.
Paul Bettany and why do you hate him so much?
Paul Bettany
English
was the
actor.
albino in the fucking what's it called?
Da Vinci
Dan
Code.
Da Vinci Code.
Code
Yeah.
movie, and now he's fucking what's his name?
He's a good
Jarhead?
actor. What
What's
are you
his
talking
name?
about?
Fuck Paul. He doesn't have the body. His body is not ready for what is it called? Warlock.
Vision.
Vision.
Warlock?
Adam
No, I said
Warlock.
that there are
Listen,
parts of his
first of
character.
all,
Yeah.
you don't need, nobody has the body. You get the suit, and that gives you the body. He had the
They
body.
needed a better fucking suit because
He-
He was jacked in Da Vinci Code.
In Da Vinci
Yeah.
Code's jacked. In this, he looked skin. He's like weird. He looked like
Yeah, but he's cut.
It
He's
was
like
this-
cut though in the movie.
Shredded.
He needs
Yeah.
more. He
Are
needs
you
more.
nuts? He was
I'll get
great
back
at
to you.
Vision.
I'll get back to you
Yeah.
next episode.
It was a good
when I-
performance.
when I
He's
listen.
been voicing Jarvis since the first Iron Man.
I know, and it bothers me because I love Jarvis, and now that I found out that it's just auto-tuned fucking Paul Bettany, I'm pissed
Paul
off.
Bettany.
I don't like Paul Bettany. I'm sorry.
We get that.
All right.
Well, Jarvis in the
I have a
comics is-
choice. I
Dude,
was
it
born
sounds
like this.
Your anger towards Paul Bettany sounds like he fucked you over early in life.
I actually,
Yeah.
I
I
don't,
don't want to talk about it,
Did you go
Soder.
to high
I
school
don't-
with Paul
That's
Bettany?
funny.
I don't
used
like
to-
Paul Bettany now either. I fucking hate him. I don't like him.
I used to feel
I'm-
the
what's all
same.
this-
Thank you,
what's all this-
Bobby.
I just don't like Bettany. That's a shitty last name. It's bugging
You
me.
guys need to stop Paul Bettany shaming the Avengers 2.
Bettany Lives Matter.
You know what? I'm back on. I like Bettany.
Bettany work, man.
You know how hard it was for him to transition into a Bettany? You know, he had all this scrutiny.
Well, I got a little present. We're talking about all this stuff, and I got a little
Yeah.
presents for some people in here.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna give them out now. We're gonna take a little quick break.
Okay.
We're gonna do a little ads, and then we're gonna come back, and we're going to don't show it. Ooh, yeah, we got some stuff here.
That's
Don't
fucking
show it.
Badass.
Yeah, we got some
Nice.
stuff. So I got this in, and I got more than one in here. That's just the front. And we're gonna. I got one for you, Mike. I got one for you, Dan. I got nada for you.
Thanks, Brian.
And
You got a signed picture of Paul Bettany.
I can't. I hope. I hope.
Guys,
somebody-
Paul Bettany's here.
He's going in. It's Paul Bettany chopping wood. Andrew Schultz's two least favorite things. It's Paul Bettany chopping wood, explaining why Bruce Jenner's not a lesbian.
How
Okay.
great- how great
It's
would it be
everything I don't understand.
if Paul Bettany was a fan? He was just listening in his office right now, and he just called in.
Just sitting back in his desk chair, like.
And he's got the gem in his
You
forehead.
know, I guarantee though, someday his luck, he'll be on the couch promoting some TV show or movie that he's doing, and Bettany's on the show, and guess he'll be fucking leaning in between commercials, fucking yapping it up.
Oh yeah,
me and Bettany,
with like
hey.
Conan, like
Yeah.
going over. Then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
If I ever do anything with Paul Bettany, I'm gonna go, yeah, my friend Schultz, he hates your
What
face.
if I straight face him on the couch? Like every time he makes a joke, I'm just looking like this, man. I don't buy it. I don't buy it, Bets.
Icing them out.
If you iced him out, I'd fucking love you.
Yeah.
You're the greatest thing
I'll
ever.
do it for the six of us.
You
guys.
get to blog about it.
Exactly.
I was there the day it happened. What-
on her website, BettanyGroupie.com.
All right, we'll be back in very shortly. If you're in the chat room live, hang in there. We're going to play some music, correct?
Yeah.
And we're going to do an ad when we come back. We'll be back in literally 5-10 minutes, okay? Hey, hey, hey. All right, we're back, everybody. Thank you for hanging in there. Baseball is here at last, and the excitement continues all season long at DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of Major League Baseball. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Why wait until the end of the season to claim your victory when you can win huge cash every day? Just pick 2 pitchers, 8 position players, stay under the salary cap, and you could be on your way to enormous payday. Last year, Peter from Colorado, no last name so you don't hunt him down and take his money, won $1 million at DraftKings in one day just playing fantasy baseball. Hundreds of thousands of fantasy sports fans have already cashed in at DraftKings.com. Now it's your turn. Hurry to DraftKings.com right now. Enter code Kelly to play for free. You could win part of the $300 million in prizes being awarded this season. Enter Kelly at DraftKings.com and play for free. DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com. All right, we're back, everybody. Now, I really, really want to. Sean Crystal, we had on the show, right?
Yeah,
Remember
Sean's
Sean?
awesome.
Sean is the best, and he is a comic book artist. Beautiful. Here, take that phone so it doesn't fucking ruin the show. And he sent these. This is for. This Batman is for you.
Awesome.
That's for you.
Thank you.
And
That
here,
is so
can you hold it up to the
fucking-
camera?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome. I gotta get
Okay,
this
look
thing.
at that. Look at that.
Wow, that's a great
Beautiful.
shot.
huh?
Oh, he's fucking shredded.
And this one is for Mike Lawrence.
Yeah.
that's
Look
cool.
at that.
Oh, this is badass.
How great is that? Can you you like that, Mike?
Yeah, it's awesome.
There you go.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna get this
And
framed.
this, I actually got this one for you too, buddy. That's for you.
Oh.
Do you know who that is?
That is Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, Dark
That-
Phoenix.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
for you,
Formerly
too.
known as Jean Grey.
Yeah. Well, can we put these with?
I will hang these up. Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, be careful with that. We'll try to give you something here. If you want to put it in that, Mike,
Oh,
so you don't ruin it, and you can have that. So thank you very much. He was talking about. He's actually might be listening right now.
Sean's
But-
Well,
the
thank you,
fucking
buddy.
best. Thanks,
Yeah,
Sean.
Yeah, isn't he great? How beautiful is that?
It's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Love it. No, it's not the Fantastic. It's actually the Hulk. Get it? 'Cause it's,
I'm gonna wait for Deepu to say that movie's great too.
you went with Sue, who was one of the transgender women we had on the show, and you
Lovely
actually,
human being. Lovely human being.
but no dating, no nothing.
No, I was actually very smitten with her when I met her
Yeah.
that night. But we talked, and I don't think it was for me.
Okay. So you're not dating, but you're friends.
Yes, we're very good friends.
Now, when you went to the movies, did you find yourself, rekindling a little bit?
Uh,
Like sitting next to her and being like, "Oh my God, I kind of
No, I actually did the opposite. I made sure that I didn't go off anything because I was kind of misleading when I met her. You know, I kind of led her on a little bit.
When you said, "Oh my God, I love you. You're gorgeous. I don't care what anybody thinks."
And when you looked at me and go, "You owe me everything, dude." Yeah.
It's a very Bobby line.
Yeah, it is. Apparently, you guys. You know what I'm getting sick of?
What are you getting sick of?
I'm very grateful before you drop that on me. I'm
Okay.
very grateful.
No, okay, good. I'm done then.
Oh, okay.
I really, it's like my little kids grow up and you go away and now, damn, what are you doing?
I'm making sure that the pictures are perfect.
Okay.
I want them framed, and I don't want them smudged at all. I'm a big fan of Sean Crystal.
He's great.
He's awesome. Him and I email each other.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Well, he sent out that email to us about...
yeah, he wanted to have a conversation about Avengers.
And I didn't see it yet, so I was like, I can't read the emails.
Does he have a Twitter that I could just thank him on?
Yeah,
Sure.
At
Sean
Crystal.
Crystal.
Yeah,
You got it.
He's fantastic. What a great guy. He's on the show, and he'll be back on again. When he comes back on, I'll have you on with him.
He
That'd
lives
be
in
great, yeah.
Atlanta.
Hotlanta.
Love that city.
All right.
We'll get some pics after the show and we'll tweet at him.
All right, let's go to the chat room real quick. Deepu chat.
Yeah, sure. We're kind of scraping the barrel here, but
What does that mean?
well, the chat room they're talking, but not a lot of meaty good stuff. It's a lot of
To you.
yeah, to me.
That's why you have your chat and we have my chat.
Yep.
So let's go to your chat. What's your chat?
Underlined Incorporated says, "So fucking glad Monster Voice is in the house."
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
That's great. Love positivity.
Fuck Yo TV says, "Pretty sure it's illegal to celebrate Cinco de Mayo without at least a Puerto Rican."
Oh, I know what that means. But Cinco de Mayo isn't a Puerto Rican holiday.
Yeah.
It's a Mexican holiday for their win over the French in a battle.
Wow. Somebody fucking more shit.
Someone worked at Dos Caminos for 5 years and had.
I thought you were never going to give the name of the restaurant.
Fuck them! I'm out. I don't help. I don't have to go back in.
Oh, that made me so happy. Fucking 3 years, you're going to beg for your job.
Oh, I'm like, hey, listen, do you guys have a lunch closer? Because I still do stand up at night. I'm still doing that thing.
That's the thing. Like I always like, yeah, if comedy fails, I'm gonna have to go back to McDonald's. I'm like, oh, I could also have just another shitty job.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to go back to the specific shitty job I left.
Yeah.
Oh, would you just take a shit?
Yeah, man, sorry.
You're not supposed to shit.
I know, but I had to.
How
There you
big
go.
was it?
There's a nice answer.
For what?
That's hilarious. It's like, you're not supposed to shit. You're like, well, I did because I had to. You're like, oh yeah, that works.
And he's got new great
Can we-
eyebrows.
You took your eyelashes off.
Guys, can we talk about how great the Squatty Potty is?
What's the squatty potty?
What is this, Howard Stern?
Does he talk about the Squatty Potty?
Yeah, it's his fucking. He's sponsored by the.
I mean,
Squatty Potty.
everyone should be sponsored
Okay,
by the
I
Squatty
do
Potty.
want to. I told my wife to go. I told my wife to go last week and get me the fucking Squatty Potty.
It's so
And
good.
she said, "No, you don't need it."
Yes, you
And
do.
she got me little. Max has a little bench, a little stair.
That works.
That somebody said it says Max on it. I don't want to look at my kid's name with little trucks and a baseball bat
Okay.
while I'm taking a shit. And it doesn't it leans your feet in a certain way.
What happens is you put it around the base of the toilet and you bring your feet up so you're sitting in a simulated squat, and it lines up your colon so your colon's straight. Your shits are quicker, better. You just feel it's amazing for digestive
It was
system.
on Shark Tank.
It's unbelievable. It's
Yeah.
fucking unbelievable.
How much is it?
$20 at Bed Bath & Beyond.
I'm fucking. This is why people get divorced. This is why marriages fucking end.
Who
'Cause
invested
one
in
guy
it? Was it
says.
Bergevec?
One guy says.
everybody.
One guy said. Shut the fuck up. One guy says. Go get me the Squatty Potty, honey, please. And then you don't need it. And then I don't get it. And then my friend fucking gets it.
It's
and
unbelievable.
and now I'm pissed off because you're shitting better than me.
It's always whenever you shit, it's mostly just one piece. It's
One piece.
it's mind blowing. And
so there's no breakage in the shittage.
no because your colon's straight, so it empties your colon.
I
completely.
love one piece shit.
Oh, dude, and it is. I got my
Is
girlfriend on
Is
it.
the wiping better?
No, you barely have to wipe.
Now, do you have to grab a cheek and ope spread?
No,
I
you
gotta
just,
grab
You know what you
cheeks.
do? You don't have to. Well, you got a fucking thick badunkadunk.
Yeah,
He
I'm
needs
saying-
the-
I
he
got a
needs-
spread.
He needs the Squatty Potty Plus.
Yeah. Even them, they're like, science can't fix that.
His actually comes with two metal things that open his ass up.
Yeah. You just put your fucking arms on your knees and then you just shit.
Now,
Kind of
I'm
easy
a-
to read too, because your knees.
Now,
are-
It's unbelievable.
I'm a little heavier.
It's fine.
My stomach, when
You'll
I
be
eat,
alright.
I always drop soup on my stomach.
Yeah.
Okay?
You'll be fine. You got to reach under. And
Are you sure?
Yeah, you'll be good.
All right, so squatty
Dude,
potty.
Get a squatty potty.
I'm getting one fucking tonight.
They're so awesome.
I'm
to
mad
the
at
point
my
where,
fucking wife.
Where
Right
I'm on the road and I have to shit, I'm like, I really wish this hotel had a squatty potty.
Do they have a portable one?
I would buy it in a goddamn second.
What about a blow-up squatty potty?
Let's do it.
I mean, seriously.
Dude, I remember
Could
some guy told me about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. That sounds... And then
Just some guy?
when I was working Cap City in Austin, one of the guys on the morning show was like, I got it, and it's unbelievable. And I was like, okay, producer, good call. And then I was
Austin is the perfect place for that because the level of shits that you have. We were just there. Holy fuck.
Oh, we did Moon Tower.
Yeah.
Let me tell you
Amy
something.
was
You were there?
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I was going to try to grab you and interview you about stuff, every time you were mobbed by fans, and I was like, I can go grab Robert Kelly any day outside the cellar, and these people are getting their once-a-year chance to see him. I'm just going to let that be.
Can I just say how fucking perfect she is at show business?
Yeah, she
literally, there's nothing I could say to her. Do you understand that? I was mobbed by... She had fans, too. There's probably like 2 people. One was Ted Alexandro. The other one was fucking Nate Bargatze.
It was usually pretty cute girls, actually.
Oh, shit.
I had a great time.
It's unbelievable.
I had a great time. They do a great festival.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
They do. They really fucking do, and it's South by Southwest without the chaos.
Yeah.
2 problems.
What's that, Bobby? What are the 2 problems?
You ready?
Yeah.
Now, from the second I landed
Okay.
to the second I left, they took care of me. Great hotel, great people. Everybody was awesome. Some people from Just for Laughs were involved with that. Colleen, unfucking believable.
No.
2 problems. Ready?
2 problems.
Shows too many comics.
Okay.
Yes.
Way too many fucking comics. And I had to close a lot of them. So,
Because you're a hammer.
well, here's the thing. Dude, fucking waiting forever.
Yeah.
And nobody would stay on time. And that bothers me. It's like, I get it, 8 minutes is quick, but there's 13 comics on a show. And we have to maintain some fucking professionalism.
But you also understand the other side of that, which is pure comedic greed, where you're in front of a good audience at a festival and you're like, num, 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 I want more. What did I want more joke? Num, 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 num. And then everyone's doing 10 to 12.
I don't fucking understand that. I don't understand that. Grow the fuck up. There's great crowds everywhere. You've done great crowds. You've done bow crowd. You're having a good time. Do your fucking time and get off. We're all professionals because we're here at a festival. Non-professionals don't get invited to fucking festivals. Or someone should be there helping the comics with that. Because I know that, okay, sometimes you, where am I? There should be somebody lighting the mother... Anyways, that kind of bothered me a little bit. And number 2, really number 1. When I fucking I was going to tweet the poster, hey, I'm here, not on it.
Wow. This is the second time you haven't been placed in a position that you were supposed to.
That's actually everyone's major
what's the
complaint about
first
the
one?
festival.
with Noam on the website.
Oh.
Was that-
disrespect?
I said that's actually
Were you not on
everyone's-
it?
I think.
No, you were on it. I
The
saw
whole
your
thing?
name.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw your name.
Yeah, yeah.
I saw your name. I saw your name. I saw your name.
And you thought about how many more laughs you get on this
Here's the
podcast
pl-
than I do. And
here's
you're like,
the-
how the fuck is he on?
Here's the problem with these posters too. I don't like that they put some comics in like 17 point Helvetica and then other comics in 29.
Yeah.
It's
You know
like we kind of get that from our bank account balance.
But that's kind of funny
And-
because that's how I feel this year. I'm doing Bonnaroo, and they're like,
Me too.
are you?
I'm doing it with the TV show though.
But you're going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll hang out.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, for the Bonnaroo, for the comedy poster, it's like, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom. And they're like, Dan Soder might be there.
Here's the thing.
And listen, I'm fine with that because I
So
understand.
the best is
I
when
get
your
it.
ego goes fucking crazy and then you realize it's in alphabetical order. 'Cause they're all like, what the fuck? I'm in the middle? Oh, I see.
I don't mind the small. Even if my name was, I was Ann Moore. Like I said, boom, 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 and then a little tiny thing, Ann Moore.
I might be
I
Ann
was
Moore. in a
Ann
couple
Moore.
Of the I might be Ann Moore.
I
in
don't
a
like
couple
being
of the
Ann Moore. I don't like Ann Moore.
Yeah,
I remember when the first time I did Maron's podcast, it was Anthony Jessler, Kurt Joe DeRosa, Ann Moore. I called him out. I go, I'm not fucking Ann Moore, dude. Put my name in the tweet, cocksucker. I'm not Ann Moore.
No, you're not.
How has someone not had that as a stage name?
Ann Moore?
Yeah. You're fucking genius. I'm on every motherfucking poster.
I've definitely
I'm Ann
heard
Moore.
I've heard open micers make that joke. I think that's why nobody's used it.
We just did too.
Just at the knees. That's what Bobby does. He gives you a poster, then he slaps you around a little bit.
He just took my name off his poster.
I don't mind. I really don't mind. Look, I really don't give a shit. I had a great time, but it does fuck with your self-esteem a little bit. It hurts. It hurts a little when you're like, "Hey, yeah, the poster, I'll retweet."
But there's always going to be certain things that, especially at festivals, that hurt your ego.
Yeah.
Where you're just like I did Laugh Fest, and I was getting lunch with everybody, and then everyone's like, "Oh, we're gonna go all do," and then everyone went and did Pete Holmes' podcast, and I was just by myself. And I was like, "I'm not." And then everyone walked to it, and then I just walked back to my hotel with a milkshake like an asshole, and then like this comedy fan was like, "Hey, Dan Soder, do you want to smoke a joint?" And I was like, "I really need drugs right now." And then I just went and got high, and then everyone that night was like, "Oh, it was so funny. Oh, when you did this," and I'm just like, "Fucking."
It is I don't care how fucking cocky you are, how big your ego is, man. When you look and everybody's part of something, and you're part of that, but you're really not.
Yes.
It's like, why? And it could have been I could have been book late, the print. I don't know what the fuck, but it's like you couldn't just stick my name, knowing that I would, maybe.
And everyone was like, when I saw him that night, like Jared Logan and a couple of people were like, "You should have just came. Pete would have had you on the podcast." I was
You should have just wrote your name in the poster, Bobby.
yeah, Bobby's going around Austin.
Dude, it's fucking Robert Kelly.
They actually had a ping pong tournament too,
which was so much fun. when I did it,
right?
Because I smoked a bunch of hash and lost.
Judah fucking annihilated it.
So you go to the ping pong thing. They go, "Hey, come to the ping." So I show up and I walk in. I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." And I look over, and there's a table full of ping pongs with comics' faces on them.
Yeah.
And Your Faces was
No.
Wow.
And it's
and
like
you look the most ping pong baller.
my head would go perfect on a paddle.
That's where Bobby missed it. He wasn't on the paddle. He was the ball. Bobby was just fucking hitting me around.
So I mean, it does get a little paranoid.
Did you play in the tournament?
It gets no, I didn't. I left. I'm not on a paddle. Why am I gonna stay? I'm gonna use one of the fucking Sklar Brothers paddles.
You should have won.
They have two different paddles and the same fucking guy. They couldn't have used one of the paddles for you.
Great
Bobby is the Dennis Stamp of comedy festivals.
Great guys, by the way. Sklar Brothers.
Dude, the Sklar Brothers.
Fucking what?
But it could
fucking
have been
great
one
guys.
paddle
Awesome,
for both
dude.
of them.
You know what's funny about that? They did such the ping pong thing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
made it to where I stayed and watched
3 hours.
because they were so
Unbelievable.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
Did they call it? Did they do it
Yeah,
on
they
the
did.
balcony again?
Yeah.
For
Dude,
3
that
hours.
Shit was so funny. And then I was with Ari Shafir, who's like, "Hey, let's go smoke this hash in the back alley." And I'm like, "This is awesome." And then they're like, "Get on stage and play ping pong." And I get smoked 12-1 by some guy that's like, "Good set the other night opening for Hannibal." And he's fucking.
Yeah,
shut up.
I want to go with a shirtless Jew in an alley and smoke hash.
It was great though. Ari made it to the Final Four.
Of course
so
he
it
did.
helped him out.
No, it was but the festival itself, the shows, the town, it was fucking great.
The town.
The town is so cool,
I love
man.
Austin.
Have you been to
is
Austin?
The most overrated fucking.
You telling me it's the Paul Bettany of cities?
Yes.
You shut your fucking mouth.
Dude, and I'm going to Austin at the end of May for
Yeah,
so
you
come
get-
out to my shows at Cap City.
Overrated pricks.
I went there for a buddy's. Like birthday party or something like that. I wasn't invited to Bonnaroo or Moontown,
Yeah.
whatever. Both of them. But the point is, I went there and I was so excited for Austin because I've heard everything. Oh my god, the food is so great.
Yeah,
and the fucking
it
food
is.
trucks. All Austin is
Yeah.
clean New Orleans. That's all. The music is shittier. The streets are too clean.
It is not clean New Orleans.
New Orleans.
It is Portland with brown people.
But there aren't even brown people, really. It's not real Texas. It's like where white people move and they're like, oh, it's so diverse, but it's like, no, it's not.
I actually disagree with you. I think Austin, as far as Texas goes, is a fucking really interesting, cool place. Downtown Austin I love.
Is it really
I-
that cool?
I thought
that
it was
one
great.
street and there's just
It's not one. It's the whole town. That whole area is pretty cool.
And if you
The-
walk down Congress, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I did
dude.
walk
I mean,
down
that
it.
one street's gross.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then I went to the other
Sixth
side where the
Ave.
hipsters hang out, and it was.
Oh, I thought like especially over that Google Fiber stage they had over
Yeah.
down in that area, they had all these like real cool restaurants.
Yep.
I mean, obviously the food is amazing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Fucking
No, the food's
barbecue. Barbecue is not
Yeah,
that hard
dude,
to make.
East Side
You just
Kings.
put it with, dude. I don't understand. I just
It's
think
not all barbecue.
Here's
you
the thing:
dum-dum.
you want to like
There's
it
so
because
much.
Texas is so shitty.
First of all, I'm a Yelper, and I found a lot of great restaurants. Okay,
Did you Yelp review?
I have a Yelp in the
He
can.
read me his Yelp reviews. They are the most funny thing.
Listen, fucking goddamn Keith Robinson comes to town, gets me to take Monroe and Phil Hanley to. Well, I'm going to take him to a just a lunch. He makes me take him to a fancy steak restaurant, and he makes me fucking fork over the bill. He goes, Bob's paying for it. He's got a show. I'm like,
That's great.
yeah, but the show was filmed last year. That money is gone. I don't know if you ever saw Monroe eat. The fucking guy,
Yeah, he's got fucking first round draft body.
dude, he can eat, and it's a slow roll. You think he's full,
Oh, yeah.
but he doesn't stop.
Ever since Sandra Bullock adopted him. No.
That's good. Yeah, Blindside.
But we made it at the restaurant.
Oh, I mean, I
To
had
the waitress. We made that.
I hate
think
to say
he
it.
says it a lot too.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I got him outside the cellar when he showed up, and I go, "Hey, Blindside, you want me to buy you an ice cream?" And he's like, "Oh, that's Maine."
He's a big kid. He's a big kid. He ate a lot. Yeah, I
He
loved
must
it.
have been angry when he kept ordering.
No, it was his birthday.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was
Okay.
fine. I don't give a shit. Because you know why? That's why I love New York City. I lived in New York for so long. You know, when you go out with 4 people in New York, it's $500.
Yeah.
So you go 4 people in Austin, it was like under 2. I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'll get 2 more people. Order 5 more steaks. I don't give a shit.
Comedy festival rules dictate that someone not on the poster doesn't have to buy food for people who are on the poster.
It's true.
That poster thing, really. You know what sucked is because it was so many names and they were so big,
were you
small.
most pissed off about?
I love.
There had to be one name where
not
you're like,
fucking
fuck
one
it.
name. This is the thing that I don't know what happened to me in comedy. I really enjoy festivals. That's why I love this festival, and they do it so good because they do invite a lot of different people. And I hung out with Nate a lot, who he fucking cracks me up, dude. I hung out with, of course. Jermaine was there. Keith showed up. Wanda was there. Tom Papa was there. I got to meet the Sklar brothers. I met Eddie Peppertone,
great.
Dom Irera. It's this. I think for us, because what sucks is I remember when we were in New York and we were all middlers. We all hung out every night. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Me, Patrice, Keith. We were all just hanging out, doing spots in the city. Now, I never see anybody. And the only time we ever see each other is at these festivals, Montreal. Or
In a cool town.
in a cool town where we get to fucking hang out. And Mike, it was fucking great, man, to hang out with you and see you and do a show with you.
Yeah.
We never do fucking shows together.
Yeah, I had Mike and I 2 years ago. It was great. A couple local Austin comics put us in a van, and we went out and got barbecue in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
And it was great. It was like
Yeah.
one of those fun experiences where you're like, oh yeah, and we're still going to do shows tonight.
Yeah, me and Phil Hanley hung out for a few hours. I never get to hang with Phil. I love Phil Hanley, and it was great. And the Sklar brothers, I never knew them. It's like I never. I saw them a little bit, but now when they showed up, they were the fucking coolest guys ever.
So nice, and then them calling like I similar when I went.
I like
never
that he
met
keeps
them.
saying Sklar because it makes me think they're in a ska band.
Yeah,
What's Sklar?
Sklar.
Yeah, whatever.
I like your pronunciation.
Yeah, we hung out on the fucking balcony smoking stoves. Me and Eddie Peppertone one night, we smoked some cigars together. I didn't look at anybody and like, I don't really do that anymore.
There was
because
no
it's
name
so,
on the list that you were like, how the fuck did he
Andrew,
make
that
it
goes
and I'm
away.
not and more?
It goes away, dude. That
Really?
really goes away, dude.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
when you understand your own talent, when you understand where you're at and you kind of get, yeah, I'm funny and this is what I do and nobody can really fuck with it, and it's fine that people don't like me or people do like me. It's like you start looking at comics like, oh, that's just different than what I do.
Yeah.
Or that's, I don't sometimes you're like, you can't really go, why? Somebody said, come here. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I had, look, the way my career's been, I had to crawl and fight and get and just become funnier than,
And that's why you respect Hawkeye so much.
funnier than I was, or just keep getting funnier to be undeniable. So where somebody goes, I like him, he's good. And, look, to me, if you're a good person, if you're a dick, I don't care how funny you are, go fuck yourself. But hey, how you doing? What's up? Fucking great. I'm good. I'm done. You're cool. Let's hang. Let's I mean, these festivals are our only way to be a community, dude. For comics, it's our only time to actually hang out and have fun and do lunch and do shows and hang out at night and socialize with each other and learn that, you know what, fucking dude, you're not so bad. I thought you might be a dick because I didn't know you and I saw your comedy and I prejudged you and your hat and the way you dressed. I thought I talked to you and we had a fucking great time. You're a really good guy. You have a great family. You know, your heart's in the right place and all. That's what these festivals do, I think. And it happens with industry people too. Industry people you think might suck because of their face or who they represent, and then they're like, "Hey, Bob, how you doing? Big fan. Oh, thanks, man. What's up?" And you start talking to me like, "Oh, this guy's not this nice person."
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, dude, I know how hard it is to get to these festivals, and I know the people that run them now, and I understand that their choices. They're trying to do like an impossible thing. How do you pick the people that come this year? Who are the new people? How do you pick the old people? We'd love to have Alonzo Bowman or Billy Burr every year, but we can't. You know what I mean? We have to bring this guy in. It's a hard thing to do, man. People's feelings are gonna get hurt and all that shit. But I think it's great. And look, you see the show I was on. There was 1 million fucking people on it.
That one was so long.
Right?
Oh my god. They didn't do that in the past years though. I noticed that this year, that show in particular, but a lot of them I was like, why are there already 12 comics on this lineup? Everyone's going at least a minute over. Of course we're running late into the next show.
Yeah.
Last year and the year before it was like 6.
Was it the
maybe
New York
8.
show?
No, it was just a you know how they give them all whatever names.
There's
It's
these
called
things
Super
called
Show.
Super Show, yeah, and
Yeah, Super Show should not be super. It should be good
So
show.
many people. And I loved everyone on that lineup. I mean, everyone was good. It was a great show, but it was also like, I love comedy, and these people are just regular people. How are they sitting through 2.5 hours of...
Yeah.
And the same, you know what happened too, is some nights it was the same exact crowd in the same exact venue
Oh, yeah.
at the same exact time.
that's a festival though. By that
Yeah.
last day,
But you don't notice it. You don't notice that usually. I noticed it because it was the same. I go, you guys are the same front row as last night. They were like, yep. Like they were proud of it.
Does it get in your head?
Not mine. I don't give a fuck. I don't
Dude,
care.
that'll happen on the
because
road.
what am I? I'm going to bomb. What am I going to do? I already have an agent. I have management. I have a show. What are you going to do?
But still,
what am I here for?
you're never
I'm here to
on-
have fun.
On the road and like, some people come on a Friday and then they come back on like a Saturday.
Love it.
But doesn't part of you go,
Yeah.
okay, let me do a whole new set?
No,
Yeah.
You guys
Two
get in your
fucking
head about
people.
that so much.
I luckily
Right,
have
I wanna hear-
kind of
I wanna-
act where that's not a problem.
I want to hear from a fan.
They never come back.
I want to hear. What do you have to say about that?
You guys, especially New Yorkers, more than Angelinos, but you guys get in your head about that so much because if they're coming back for a second time, it's like going to see the Rolling Stones. They want you to play all of the greatest hits. They want to see everything that made them laugh
Comedy's
last
not
night.
like that, man.
No, it is.
I was
We
heckled
don't
once.
think it is because of what we know how it works and how things
But can
build.
I say this
but-
anyway? I
Yeah.
was heckled, and this happened actually a couple times. But this guy was like, "I've already seen these jokes on YouTube," and I was like, "By who?" And he goes, "By you."
Yeah.
I'm like, "You
I
can't
had-
steal from yourself."
I had one of the worst heckles like that downstairs at the Cellar about 3 years ago. I go on stage
Hopefully it was Esty going boo.
it involved Esty, and it fucking threw me off so bad. I'm on stage, and I just got this chunk to work that I was just opening with all over the city, and so I'm opening it, and it's fucking killing. And then this girl gets up, and there's just a moment where all the fucking volume in the room goes down, and I hear her to her go, "Yeah, no, I saw him last week, and he did these jokes." And she's like, "I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette." And I was like, "What did you say?" And she goes, "I've seen you do these jokes before." And I go, "Yeah, that's how fucking comedy works." And then she left, and then Esty and Bill Maher walked in the room, and I'm like, and I was like, "Do new shit, I got it, but yeah." And then I went through my set, and I was like, and I was all spun around.
Yeah, that's a moment in time that
and that's
doesn't
why I
matter.
haven't been booked on real time. I mean, yeah.
That's
No.
a moment in time that doesn't matter 1 second in your career.
Yeah, but as
And
a
the
comic, you tailspin.
you tailspin, but it's not that's as a human being.
Yeah.
A comic doesn't give a fuck. A comic's like, this is what I do. This is I'm working on new shit. Go fuck yourself. But not even to her. It's like, yeah, you heard it last week. You're gonna hear it again tomorrow too. And if you see me at another club, you hear it again. And then when I go on the road and I film my special, it will be for the first time those people here, and then I'll move the fuck on. They don't understand. She comes to the clubs or goes to clubs and sees comedy and then probably brought her girlfriend. You gotta go down to the Comedy Cellar. I blew the door guy. He'll get us in free.
Yeah.
And then I heard him last week. Let me go. She doesn't appreciate it.
That's true.
She doesn't appreciate comedy. To her, it's whatever. It doesn't fucking matter. Who the fuck is gonna go smoke a cigarette during somebody? You can't wait an hour and a half to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
You can't wait a fucking hour and a half. That's a crazy person.
Yeah.
That's a person who doesn't give a fuck about creativity or art. She just cares about herself. She's self-indulgent. I want a cigarette. I saw him do it last week. Yeah, it's good. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Fuck you.
Are you guys worried about Periscope now with the whole you can live stream and they can get your act?
Well, I mean,
Well, they could do it now anyways. They could do that with YouTube. They
Yeah,
could
but
do
then they could just live stream the show, and then it's always there.
it stays permanent,
If you want it to stay permanent for like 24 hours or 48 hours,
and then it's deleted.
and then it's deleted. Yeah, but you could, if
Once
you're
it's up there, someone can take it.
someone
down.
could take it.
I
Yeah.
think Periscope is actually. I've been using it a lot, to be honest with you, and I like it because
HBO shut it down for the Mayweather fight.
Oh,
Pe-
yeah.
people
Yeah.
were getting in though. That's what I'm saying. People were
Yeah.
getting the Periscope thing, and
Yeah.
people were watching the thing through Periscope.
Yeah, I like it socially for us to do Q&A, and I did the red carpet with it, and it was kind of cool, and everybody kind of liked it, and like me and Leary were in the fucking limo, and we're just fucking answering questions, and it was kind of for promotional reasons. It's actually cool.
Yeah.
I can see how that's fucked up, but I think it's the next thing, to be honest with you.
I mean, all technology has good intentions. It's just how you use it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like fucking Ultron.
Yeah.
Exactly, fucking Tony.
Yeah, I mean, it's better when you don't bring it up in the 11th movie with not mentioning it in the 10 movies previous. But other than that, yeah.
You are a nerd.
Yeah.
Just a fucking beautiful nerd.
Well, shouldn't clubs just?
A comic
What?
Sorry, Amy. Go.
I was gonna say, shouldn't all clubs just have a dampener? Like you should not be using your cell phone for any reason while you're watching a comedy show.
No, absolutely.
There's
And
no
the Cellar
reason-
does. The
I'm
Cellar
not talking
does.
about clubs. I'm talking about like theaters. You
Here's
play a
a-
theater, you could
Same thing.
What
Same
do you
thing.
need to record? What do you need to do in a theater with that?
Exactly,
They can do the same.
but it's bigger, so people might not see it as much.
The thing that bothers me the most about
be some kind of technology. that
Talk on the
cuts off.
microphone.
She's saying there could be some kind of technology
Oh, that
cuts
just cuts it off.
Yeah,
Oh,
We were gonna get that at the store,
Like an
so that
EMP?
people couldn't. But the ghosts take care of it. You can't get cell signal there anymore.
But what about
And I want to. The store is.
in LA? I'm from LA originally.
I fucking love. I'm hearing the
store
store
is
is
the
becoming
Austin
the
of comedy
fucking-
clubs.
I'm hearing.
Okay, overrated. I'm tired of people
Andrew,
telling me
shut
the
the
store
fuck-
is
An-
good.
Oh, God.
That place is depressing.
I actually think.
why does all
I
of
think-
Andrew's opinion
I don't-
sound like a sports call-in show?
I think. Back on. Shut up. I think. There you go. To the mic. I'm sorry. I mean, to Gino Boscante, you, but I literally just started speaking. You just screamed over me.
Sorry,
You
it
fucking-
was just in me.
I know you're
Couldn't
an
help
alpha
it.
male, young buck.
help
Go
it.
fuck yourself, all right?
Okay,
You
I'm
thin,
sorry.
gorgeous cunt.
I'm sorry,
With
Bob.
a great hairline
sorry,
and a new
Robert.
show coming out, maybe.
Oh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's nothing happening.
Kill me.
There's nothing happening.
Stop.
There's nowhere going on. You have a movie.
Can't
What?
believe it.
It's
You're
a
telling
new-
them that I'm the new host of the UFC's
Fight night.
Lewis just kills himself. What? He took Rogan's job.
No, yeah.
And you got 2 new shows on MTV Tres?
Exactly.
You have guy code 7?
6. We're up to 6.
Trans code.
6.
It's
Hey, daddy.
Trans
That's
would be cool.
stupid.
Transco would be cool.
All right,
gonna
listen,
be,
listen.
It's used to be a guy code.
Okay,
it's
listen.
just Andrew figuring
all right.
things out.
I want to ask you a question. I think that there's a lot of heat right now coming on the Comedy Store, and it's
Yeah.
becoming this amazing, almost like the Comedy Cellar West.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, wait, Andrew. When was the
Explain,
last time you
explain
were
why.
there?
Explain
Yeah.
why.
Okay, Andrew. I remember the last time I really knew you in LA, and that was a while back. So first of all, they got
And you
a
didn't
new-
like him.
No, I loved him. We've been friends for like
I love
6
Amy.
years
It
now.
would have been fun. It would have been funny.
I legit love
FYI, for comedy's sakes, it would have been funnier if you went, "Yep."
This is why I don't tell jokes.
Okay.
Thank you. You keep it up. You keep it up, whatever you're doing. I appreciate the support.
No, but so they got a new booker is like the main thing of everything.
Yes.
First of all, so they got rid of this guy Tommy who'd been working there for 1,000 years.
Fucking
Mitzi got
lunatic.
sick.
Yeah.
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 Lunatic
Literally-
from another fucking planet.
he
looks
I
so weird.
auditioned there. I go up. I fucking kill. I walk up to him after, hey man, thanks for taking the journey on comedy, man. We're all on this ride, and you know the comics. We're going through this world together, and it's a beautiful thing. I go, dude, am I in or out? Because I gotta go. Because I don't give a fuck.
The only experience I had with him was when I did Conan the first time.
Yeah.
I showed up with Nate and Ari, and we're hanging out at the store, and I was drinking hard.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey man, if you want to hang out for like 3 hours, maybe I can give you up. I go, you got a half hour and 2 more Jameson shots before I am useless on that stage. And he goes, I get it. And then I just went and got hammered in the back, like in the outdoor bar.
So he's gone.
He's gone.
Way to go.
Well,
Back to his home planet.
No, this is the craziest part of the whole thing.
Thank
He
you.
is now running an open mic at a restaurant down the street on Mondays at the same time as the Comedy Store open mic with this chick who used to be a waitress at the Comedy Store. And they put this crazy stuff on Facebook of like, there is no more comedy development at the Comedy Store. Come here so Tommy can tell you how good or bad you are.
We should all go. We should all fly out. Listen to me. We fly the fuck out. We go down there and we videotape him telling us how fucking shitty or good we are, and then we make a documentary of fucking crazy people from other planets.
Yeah.
And
Amy just confirmed there are no good end stories in comedy.
No.
Like, he got out, he's out of the club, and it's like, no, but I want to come back.
Yeah, and it's so crazy.
So who's this new guy?
The new guy, his name's Adam Egget.
Yeah.
He used
Adam
to be the GM.
Egget is no, I'm sorry.
He's the Paul Bettany of bookers.
You know what I like about you? Andrew really just fucking has an opinion about everything.
But I know nothing.
It really just makes me angry. Fuck Austin!
Oh, I would be terrified if they were informed.
Oh no, I know nothing. I know nothing. I'm what's called an ultra-septiparian or some weird shit. It's someone who has opinions about things that they don't know. Yeah, that's what I do.
It's like Fox,
Knowledge doesn't stop me from having.
That's also another opinion he just fucking wrote
Yeah,
up
I
right
think I
now.
might have made that.
it's like Fox News meets Axe body spray.
Hey, I will say this. First
we
of
know.
all, Fox News. First of all, I find the opinions on Fox News way more interesting than any like liberal network because it's harder.
Yeah.
It's way harder. It's like comedians. You got to work. We got to work to have the other opinion.
Do you
and I
know?
feel like
Do you know
that's
what a
Fox
fucking
News is.
transition is?
Was that not it?
No, we're on fucking the
Transitions are for motherfucking Bruce Jenner.
Perfect time
I'm kidding,
to
I'm
comment
kidding,
that.
I'm kidding.
That was the perfect fade out.
Well, I want to. But who's this new guy?
Okay, so Adam, he's been working at the store for 4 or 5 years now as a manager. He was at the Tempe Improv before that. He works with Norm Macdonald.
Oh, okay.
He actually knows things. He leaves the Comedy Store. You'll see him at another show. He understands where people fit. He's not going to tell Artie Lang, who the fuck are you, when you show up to do a pop-it, you know, like he...
I would have used the
which
Robert
is
Kelly.
something that happens.
It's weird because all LA
Said Artie
comics.
Lang, but you say Bobby Kelly. But
Hi, you might know me as And Moore on the Moon Tower Comedy Festival.
my name is Ann Moore.
But all
Who are you, Ann Moore?
it's like
No, but that's an actual... I picked that name on purpose because it actually happened.
Okay.
If you stuck around for hour 5 of the Super Show, you would have seen my work.
it's interesting because like LA comics, especially all the ones that I talk to when I see them on the road or out here, now they talk about it like it's a bad neighborhood that's cleaning up now. They're like, oh, you should, but
Yeah,
you
the
should come
gays
back.
moved in.
You should like, oh, yeah, but they're like, oh, come back to the store. Come back to this. It's not as bad. as it was.
Oh, dude, the gays moved in. There's a fucking coffee shop across the street.
Guys, you can like walk around at night pretty
Yeah.
safely at the store.
Yeah.
Oh, the other guy went back to where he belonged, restaurant open mics.
It's you know no, but it is cool because you know, and the how's the Laugh Factory doing?
I mean, the Laugh Factory's got a gigantic marketing machine. They're fine. They'll
Yeah.
always have people coming in and out. They'll always have tourists and Hollywood douchebags.
What was
They're
that
fine.
Dane Cook shit that I heard about? Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah,
How he
that's
got
good
banned from the
gossip.
Laugh Factory?
Yeah.
You didn't hear about this?
What?
No, this is crazy shit. He got banned for life or something.
I heard the story last week for the first time, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
What?
So Dane,
Are we not allowed to talk about this?
I don't know.
I don't call your fucking management.
So Dane, kind of has free run there. They call it the house that Dane built. There's rumors that he's got like financial stake in it, whatever, which I don't know. Anyway, but he can drop in at any time, and they let him just go for an hour. And there's like a whole big thing a couple years ago about it. Anyway,
Yeah.
he drops in on this show, and the manager says,
But the
no.
show was being produced by Judd Apatow, right? It was
No,
his...
Judd Apatow was on. I don't think he produced it, but he was like waiting to go on. He was up next. That's who Dane was
Oh,
bumping.
I thought it was like a charity event or some shit.
Maybe
That's
it
what happens
was. It
when
might have
things
been
get
an
passed
outside
along.
show.
Corporate Dan is fucking coming up with a. He's coming up.
No,
with
I'm listening. I'm listening for this.
I don't want to get
I'm
anybody
not
in trouble.
positioning myself.
I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
No, trust me. No, finish it.
My
Go
point-
ahead.
Anyway, so he
Judd
like,
Apatow's fine.
they're like, Dane, yep, you can absolutely go on this show.
I'm worried about Dan, not Judd Apatow.
Yeah, I have no political affiliations in any of this.
And so it's just you're another handsome comic. You're in trouble now. You know?
I gotta have
Yeah.
loud sneakers.
So anyway, they're like, but you got to keep it to 10. We're gonna light you. I know we don't usually do this. He goes, yeah. Gets up on stage. They light him. He runs over it. It's like 10 more minutes. They start flicking the light. He just has a meltdown. He calls the manager a cunt from on stage.
Well, like now,
Wait,
was
he
it a
melted
guy?
down when the light. So they kept flicking, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Fuck you! Don't tell me when to get off." After he agreed to get off.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
The star of Planes in Planes 2 Fire Rescue?
Hey, fuck you! My kid loves that movie and has a couple planes
Your kid flies.
from Uncle Dane.
My
Took
understanding.
a year and a half to get him, but once I yelled at him, he mailed them.
My understanding was that they told him not to come by that night, specifically for this show. And again, I don't know if this
That
is
might be
right.
part of it.
That's a story I heard too.
But I
then
heard
they
they
tell
told
him
him
to come by,
not
but
to
just-
come by, and then he actually came by and
Jesus.
forced himself on stage, and then went over.
Forced himself. How do you do that?
Well, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure with his
Alright, so
kind of
wait a minute.
juice, he
So-
could
I
walk-
feel like
so-
these
wait.
are not mutually exclusive parts of the story.
Okay, so
Okay.
real quick. So he on stage, what happens?
So he-
cunt
he- yeah,
says
yeah.
she was a woman.
I believe so, yeah. It's
Wow.
yeah. And so Masada just was like, that's it. You're done. You didn't listen to anything, and you absolutely cannot do that on stage in front of
Jamie.
the crowd. Yeah.
Body, you gone, body, you gone.
Exactly.
You're done, body. It's over, body. No more Thanksgiving, body.
I do a terrible accent,
Body.
so I couldn't do that.
Body, listen, no more. You get no more Laugh Factory boxer shorts, body. I tell you, we all went away after Tourgasm. Gary, me, Jay, Dane, Jamie Masada, Barry, went away to fucking wherever, Cabo, where Dane rented this massive house on the beach. We all fly down there. And by the way, I got everybody a Laugh Factory swim trunks, buddy. So we all put these on, and we jump in the water. They're fucking white underwear. They're just boxer shorts. So you can just see everybody's bush fat. And
The word Laugh Factory is written in marker.
Buddy, I give these to the kids, buddy. Right? So everybody's helmet, you can just see our dicks
That's
and our fucking bush
hilarious.
fat through it. It's like, dude, this is weird. Like, what the fuck is
Dude,
going
that
on?
is fucking hilarious.
So but wait a minute, that'd be like fucking Colin getting banned from the cellar.
Yeah, but
Yeah, crazy.
but I can't imagine Colin being like, who's up there, Val? You fucking cunt. And you're like, whoa, he fucking lost it.
Oh, look, I'm not saying it's not valid that what happened. I'm just saying that
I mean, there's
doesn't.
got to be more leading up to it, you know? There's got to be
probably
things
some beef.
people don't
To
know
get,
that
listen,
was...
man, to get banned from your club is fucking crazy.
I mean, the bumping out there is insane to the point that that's why I think people don't get paid well.
Well, the bumping out there is ridiculous. I got bumped by fucking everybody. I was at the Improv one night, very excited, ready to go. I got bumped by everybody in the business.
Who?
Fucking Sandler, Seth. It was when they were filming that comic movie.
Funny People.
Funny People. So all those funny people came in. I mean, every single person in that movie rolled in. Dane bumped me. It was fucking nuts. I was just like, and they were like, no, you're going to go up at the end. I'm like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, bye.
You think I'm fucking going up for that self-esteem smashing?
Yeah.
Bunch of fucking fan fuckers.
Yeah,
I go
there's
up there talking about my asshole, and I got an East Coast accent. He's mean.
Yeah, he's
fucking, I'm done.
aggressive.
Yeah, aggressive. Fuck that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But is this now? Dane was all out in the out.
Off.
It's
No
gone.
more Dane
Fuck
on the
you.
outside. I'm not
What?
kidding.
There's a steeple.
There's no Dane anywhere. You
Then he
cannot see
doesn't
him.
own a percentage in the company then.
Apparently not.
Yeah,
Apparently that was
because
a rumor.
if you own percentage, you can be like, no, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
I own percentage.
How does it work, Scopo?
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you own a percent, so
Yeah.
I love Scopo's
If you own
Italian lager. Dude, he doesn't own like apparently because
If you give money to a guy and you own it,
You could tell him
own
to
it.
go fuck himself.
you say
could
fuck
just
you,
tell
leave
him.
my name on the
That's
side.
what it is. Yeah.
That's my fucking insurance policy. When fucking I gave you 10%. There you go. I hear Dane Cook on the side. At least on the steeple up stops. So that's fucking
No Dane.
nuts, man.
Well, it's like some people.
How come I've never heard? How come this is not out there?
I don't know.
That's nuts.
I heard it for the first time last week at the table because I forget who was telling the story. They just got back from L.A. and they're like, they told it, and I was like, what the fuck?
So where is
I
it?
heard a different story. I heard the similar story that there was a benefit, and they called him and they're like, hey, listen, we have to keep it tight for time-wise on this benefit.
Wow.
Can you please not come by tonight because we're just trying to get the people up, and he, like, took that as like, oh, I'm going to go down there. And that's the story I heard, that he showed up and was like, put me on, and they're like, no, we can't. And then he went on and just did like an hour.
Well, now it's getting a little now it's like
Then I heard
there's
it.
literally three different
Question, though.
stories
The
going
truth lies.
They
That's
could all
what
be
I mean.
the same story.
You think that
Your mustache is
you feel-
ridiculous?
I
Yes.
know it's horrible. I know it looks fucking
Such a
horrible.
good-looking kid,
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate that.
Oh my God, I love your nose too.
Really?
Beautiful.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
I get a lot of Instagram comments.
He says
about
that
my
to a
nose.
lot of people.
No, about how
noses.
horrible my nose is. So this feels really good.
I
to
think
be
your nose is
complimented
great.
about. This feels
Andrew.
amazing. Thank you.
Dude, listen.
But no, I have a question. Do you think that he feels entitled?
You have fucking stone wall art nose.
he has. What did you say? He looks like a nickel, right?
No, he looks like a Roman helmet.
No, he looks.
He does.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I love it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that he feels entitled because he performed at the Laugh Factory so many years for free, pretty much, and he was a huge draw, and they made millions of dollars off?
Yeah,
of
why
it?
wouldn't you?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
is he
Yeah,
wrong?
that's not entitled. That's
He's-
just.
Is he wrong
he's
to
been a
think like
benefit
that?
to them this whole time. I mean, he kept them through
It's a-
the
So is he
opposite
wrong
of the
to feel
boom.
that way? Is he, you know what I mean? Did he put them on his
I
shoulders?
see what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah,
because
okay.
I'm just saying, like, you know, does he have
He made that
some-
place what it was.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
he feel like he could go in on a benefit?
But
and
who
say,
made it like it was before him and before him?
Nobody.
I mean,
Shucky ducky?
No, I think that.
I mean, this sounds mean, but isn't it
All
also
around
that
stuff.
in some ways, like, his power and time has passed?
Yeah.
Well, no, everybody's power and time passes. Everything comes to an end,
But
especially
doesn't
in
he have
comedy. But
equity from
but
that
yeah,
past
but I don't know if it's equity. If you call somebody a cunt, you lose a lot of equity.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't get off when you're supposed to, even at the cellar, you lose a lot of equity.
There is a code that you have to, like, you know, there's
No,
a
it's
certain...
not a code. It's called being an adult, a human being, and
I feel
responsible.
like if he called someone a cunt, we would have known about it.
We
You
like
think-
to
you
call
think
that
that's- you think
guy
that's a lot?
code.
I think, I mean, we all have all these
Actually,
stories.
guys call it boy code.
You know what though? Here's what.
We have all these stories about what happened. I think the truth lies somewhere in between. But
Oh, that
in
was
this,
so great. Who said that? You?
That was Hawkeye.
who's a great fucking character. No, but that in this age where people blog and film and camera phones and you know Tasha's whole thing, if that had happened, I think that would have been publicized and on someone's phone.
It's weird because it's nowhere. It's fucking nowhere. Are people
It's all
afraid?
hearsay. It's the first thing I've heard since the internet's came out where it's all hearsay.
Well, it's funny that even in this room right now, we went boom,
Yeah.
bang. I mean, there's so many different stories
Yeah.
in this room. And
no idea what happened.
no, I mean, it's not public. It's not on a blog. It's not anywhere.
It's all just, it's
Now,
it's
is he working the store? Is he working the improv?
I think he's still doing the improv because he's there pretty regularly. He already, told the store to go fuck yourself like 10 years ago.
No way.
Yeah.
Why?
But he's been coming back. He and Paulie had a thing. I mean,
He's just going to
that's
start bumping
everybody's
alt
whatever.
comics at Meltdown.
But he actually did just
That
come
was
back.
an alt joke because we don't
It's
know.
a pretty big place.
We don't know what meltdown
it's a
is.
very
It's
LA
Huge.
joke.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
I haven't been to LA in 3 years.
But
back in the business.
He
Massive
actually-
though.
Back in the business.
But what are you?
I was gonna say he actually came back to the store for the first time in like 8 years. The day before that happened,
Oh my
he came
God.
and did. It wasn't a house show. It was Red Band doing Death Squad in the
Yeah.
main room, and so he came and he was the drop-in for that. And then so I don't know. That was the last time I was in LA, so I don't know what's come of it since then.
Wow.
See, to me, the bumping, it's like when someone bumps and just works on shit, like, that's one thing. But when people bump and just do an hour because they can, it is kind of annoying.
Look, man. Look, we're in New York City, and Chris, Seinfeld, Louis, come in and bump people, but it's always respectful.
Exactly.
I mean, Louis will go, I've had Louis go, do you mind? Or,
He said that. Yeah. He
But it's
wa-
also material.
he walked in.
what's that?
It's also, they're working on material.
He'll do his
Brand
new
new shit.
stuff, and then he'll get off. Chris does the same thing. He'll go up and do
Exactly.
as much new shit as he has. He's not going up and doing his fucking, his fucking greatest hits.
I remember one time I was sitting on the stairs and Louis came in just right from outside and was like, "Hey, can I go on?" And they're like, "Yeah." And then he looked at the lineup and he looked at me and he goes, "Are you next?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Do you mind if I do a couple minutes?" I was like, "Oh, you can do all the minutes." No one cares about what the bullshit I'm gonna do. And then he went up and it was like,
Did you tell him time the Village was open?
Oh God, that was years ago.
What'd you do?
I told that story on this podcast about
What
when
is
I
it?
got drunk at the Comedy Village. and
Yeah.
Joe List was hosting, and he's like, "Fucking go get Louie. Louie will come by and tell him we're working. Tell the show's working." This is 2007, 2008. I'm hammered. I come up to the cellar. Shaq actually lets me in to watch the show. Louie's in the back hallway. He gets off stage. I go, "Hey, Louie, that was a great set." And I'm hammered. And he's like, "Thanks, man." And I'm like, "The Village is working." That's the name of the club, the Comedy Village.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What?" And I go, "The Village is working." And he goes, he looks at me like this, and I go, "I don't know what that means." He goes, "I don't know what that means either." And then he just left. And I walk back to the Comedy Village, and List is there, and he's like, "So what's up? Is fucking Louie coming?" And I go, "I told him the Village was working." And List goes, "What the fuck does that mean?" And I was like, "I'm gonna go upstairs." I just went up and got a beer at the bar, and I was like, I fucking ruined that. Oh God, I forgot about that.
The Village is working.
Great.
I thought it was so cool. I thought I was using the comedy terms. Where I was like, "Oh, the Village is working."
Even Chris, when he comes in, he does a lot of time sometimes,
Yeah.
but he's bombing. He's literally working on new shit. I think that's very important.
That shit is brave, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When because
But
you
you-
know people in the audience, I hear them going,
Buddy.
he's not that funny.
Buddy,
He's not
here's the
that
deal.
funny." Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the deal.
That's how he gets
When
there.
you look at your fucking balance,
Yeah.
and it doesn't matter if you ever do
Yeah.
comedy again, it doesn't matter if 3 people on a Tuesday think you stink, because you're gonna, in a year when it's fucking
Amazing.
you're gonna be doing 3,000 people a night.
You're right.
He said,
you're right.
He said the coolest thing one night while he was waiting to go up. He was talking about the difference between the comic strip and the cellar,
Yeah.
and about how different it was with the owners.
Yeah.
Like how Manny was here and how they were up there, and he's like, you would come here, and
Yeah.
Manny would be like, "I'll have someone watch your car. You can have a meal, and you can go on stage whenever you want.
Right.
And you can just do your time, and then you can leave."
Yeah.
And he said when he'd go up to the comic strip that they'd be like, "Hey, can you leave a voicemail for like when people call? And can you do our podcast?" And Chris Rock goes, "I just did a free set for you. I get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to do stand-up comedy." And I sat there and I went, he fucking does.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's what he earns.
It's true.
And he did it for free. And he's
Man,
right. That's why he's going up there and just doing free shit for you.
People wonder why this club became popular with. It's because of the comics it became popular with.
Yes.
The way they were treated.
They treated us fucking amazingly. Manny
Yeah.
was fucking integral in that, and fucking, it was fucking great. And when you came here, you felt like it was like a surrogate family, and you got food, and you got money, and you got friendship, and you got laughs, and conversation, and stage time.
But that's the thing.
Even when they bumped you, they still will go, "Look, we're going to put you up." They wouldn't just go, "Fuck you." They'd be like, "Listen, we know, but
Yeah.
he's here,
And they still
we'll put
do
you up
that.
in the next show, or we'll give you can still go up."
Alicia or whoever's managing will be like, "Here's your money.
Yep.
Do you want to wait and go on the next show?
Yep.
You can go first on the next show." And
Yep.
you're like, "Thanks. I just want stage time." But it's amazing to me when I go on the road and you work all these great clubs that everyone says they're great, like Comedy on State in Madison,
Great club.
or like the Comedy Attic in Bloomington,
Yep.
or Acme in Minneapolis. All these clubs, they all have the same thing where they're like, it's so fucking good because of how they treat you.
Yep.
And I don't understand why every club...
It makes the difference.
Yeah, why every club doesn't understand that if you just treat the comics well and put comedy first as the number one priority, you're going to build a very successful club.
I think so, yeah. Well, that's what is becoming out of it now.
Yeah.
I think back in the 80s and 90s,
Exactly.
it was, let's build these places and just,
Throw anybody up.
Throw anybody up, get food. We'll always have comedy here, and it'll be like a bar with darts.
But the clubs are like that,
We
too.
literally became darts. In a fucking bar. Literally,
is-
oh, that's good. Oh, dude, let's go down. They have darts and karaoke.
But the thing was, back then, opening a comedy club was like a dart, too. It was just every fucking city had tons of them. There were comedy nights everywhere. And what stuck, and what died.
I think the two things that I'm always like, oh my God, whenever a club doesn't do it is when a club doesn't serve food and when a club doesn't have a check spot. Where they're like, oh, we do the checks after the show and then we change it over and you're like, what?
Because they care about you.
Yeah.
Here's the fucking craziest thing
Real
in
quick,
comedy
just to
to me.
clarify, you were saying that's a good thing.
That's
about
it's
it,
the
right?
best. It means the show's going to be
Craziest thing in
great.
comedy is you're going to pay me thousands of dollars
Yeah.
to come to your town, fly me in, put me up in a nice hotel, and then in the middle of what I do, you're going to fucking make people do math.
Yeah.
And you're going to take them right out of it. So at
Yeah.
the end of fucking Avengers, right at
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
when you don't know which way it's going to go, you're gonna fucking just drop checks and make people pay for everything and send a waiter in and then they're never fucking loud, are they? They don't have fucking quiet voice.
God.
Look, Ultron's fighting Vision. Did we get the mozzarella sticks?
It's insane because you're almost on this like perfect flight and you're like, this is such a great flight, and then it's like a fucking tailspin and they're like, pull out of it.
Yeah,
pull out of
fuck
that
you.
shit.
And here's the deal. We don't know how to do it. Here's how you do it. You don't drop the fucking checks. You need a stamp receipt to leave. Comedy, you know what I mean? That's it.
And not
you
only
can't
that,
leave.
Start the show a half hour early if you need to clear the room.
Yes.
Just take a half hour.
Stop doing 10:30 shows.
Yeah.
Do a 9:30 show, 9:45. Give yourself 15 fucking
I
minutes.
host at the stand sometimes. It makes all the difference.
It does, and it's
fuck
like
yeah.
you look at the Stress Factory,
Yeah.
you look at all these clubs that don't do it,
Yeah.
and then at the end of the show, you're like, that was fucking awesome all the way through, and they're like, why is everyone still here? They're like, oh, they're paying their checks, and you're like, oh, fuck, I didn't have to deal with that. Yeah, so.
Go to the chat real quick. We're going to wrap up right now. Go to the chat, my chat. Forget about your chat. Go to my chat. Read what's the top. Read a couple of those.
John Corey says, I bet Manny had second thoughts about giving Bobby free food.
That was, first of all, funny,
Yep.
not too wordy,
Yep.
and I thought it was really good. Bravo. That was a good one.
There you go, Corey.
There you go, Corey. Take that to your fucking wife. He liked it. They laughed.
Adam of England says, man, I got here late. The missus is watching 50 Shades, and I'm watching you hairy apes.
Oh, well, I don't think.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, that first comment was
Deepu,
great.
Deepu chat, what do you got?
Sorry, give me 1 second. I have no idea. I was so caught off guard. Billy G has a message for Andrew. He says, don't forget to say hashtag guy code after your sentences.
I did say that. You missed it.
Hashtag
I'm one
guy
step
code.
ahead, buddy. Guy code.
All right, guys, listen. This has been a fucking great show. What
Thanks for having me.
are you waving your hands for, Deepu? You got another one? Did you have another one?
No, I don't.
Then what's the hand thing? What'd you give up for?
I'm sorry, man. My hands they're involuntary sometimes. They just kind of flail around and.
Oh.
Yeah.
You feel like it sounds like you're being questioned by a police officer, and you clearly did something illegal. I was just walking around.
I said,
Why are you walking around for?
I went to end the show, and he went like this. And I was like, what the fuck?
I was pissed because, I usually have good things lined up, but I was kind of changing cameras and shit.
That's that whole Tiger Mom gene,
Yeah.
where his mom berated him into this.
Yeah.
So now he's like, I didn't do it.
What'd I tell you about the side profile of me? What'd I tell you? What'd I fucking tell you, Deepu?
Thanks, Sean Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, listen, I want to thank everybody.
It's an original drawing.
This has been a great show. Oh, do I hate side talk? Oof. Ooh, cocksuckers. We're not at a fucking comedy club. We're live. I can hear you.
You know what we should do? We should do.
Fucking Andrew, you fucking cocksucker.
My
You're
bad.
just in
I'm
your
sorry.
own world.
I'm
We-
sorry.
that was
I got
my
so
fault.
Excited.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I got excited by the
The
drawing.
first
I
time
thought
you
it was
talk
pretty
into
cool.
the mic.
I know. It's right now.
The
Right?
only time he
Sorry.
talks on the mic when it's side convo with you.
Yeah, I
We
know.
should do a little. We should do like a little Easter egg called side podcasts, where like we record it, and then you're like, "What was that side conversation?" You're like, if you want to know, download the side podcast where Dan interviewed Andrew
Yeah,
about a
during
little-
the show.
Yeah.
About a fucking. Ugh. You should know better.
I
I
should.
expect
What
more
was-
out of you.
What was that side convo you had in the beginning, though? That was a great convo.
Oh, that was wild.
What
Maybe-
was it?
Maybe for another podcast. I don't know. It's kind of a long story.
I can't believe did you blog about this yet? Are you blogging about
Not
this?
yet. I'm
What?
about to ruin all of your careers, though.
Not
Give me
about
45 minutes.
About Dan Cook.
You can't kill what's already dead.
I need
Oh,
to
the
have-
Dane Cook thing?
You need to have
No,
one.
I didn't blog about it because I have a lot of feelings about why not to do that. I mean, I'm not part of the problem. I'm part of the solution.
Okay,
I try
good.
not to be
That's great.
ruining people's careers. And
Love it.
also, the reason that we haven't heard about it is because of the way Laugh Factory does marketing. That's the reason you did hear about Tosh and things like that. And I like those people, and I like that they're bringing comedy. And if I just told it on a podcast, but it's not in print. Like people
Yeah.
will hear it and laugh, and that's
Yeah,
fine.
just 60,000.
I'm not gonna be like, hey, everybody, listen
Right.
to this thing that's kind of unsubstantiated, and there are 3 different versions.
At least you're honest that you didn't know the exact version.
Yeah.
Well, that's fucking crazy. So if we learned a lot of things, the Avengers, Age of Ultron, way better than the original Avengers, right?
That heavy breathing is Mike
You're
Lawrence.
going to give him an aneurysm. Jesus.
Thank God I have hair to cover my face.
We learned that Dan and Andrew love side talk.
Yeah, baby.
I hear a spin-off podcast. Side talk.
You know what else, dude?
That's perfect. You know what else, dude? That's fucking perfect.
Yeah, you know what else, dude?
Fuck.
No, we'll have you guys both back on together soon.
Yay!
Side talk.
Side talk. Yeah, dude, it's been a great show. I really appreciate you guys coming down.
Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
man.
thank you so much.
Very, very
Thanks,
interesting.
buddy.
I want to thank you guys. Well, let's go around and do some plugs. So what do you got?
Go to comedygroupie.com. It's Comedy Groupie on all the social, and also the interrobang.com. I write for them too.
Okay, what's the latest thing on your comedy groupie? What should we read? What would you send me to? Because I want to go to it. What would you send me to?
I think enjoy the April 1st meanest people in comedy
All right,
if
I'll
you
check
get
that
it.
out. That's hilarious.
If you know it's winking the whole time.
Okay, cool. And what do you got, Michael?
I got the Montreal Brunch Club on May 22nd, and I'm
What's the what?
That's the name of the show. They had that Big J last month.
What is it?
I just know that that's the name of the place. I think Brunch Club. And
In Montreal?
Yeah.
So you go to Montreal,
Yeah, 2 shows.
do shows.
Yeah.
Is your name on the poster?
Yes.
Right.
But below and more. And then I'm opening for Chris Hardwick June 5th in Philadelphia. So
That's great. How great is his show after Dead? After The Walking Dead?
Talking Dead, yeah.
Talking Dead. I love that show. He's so fucking good, that guy.
He's a great dude, yeah.
Really
Super
fun-
funny.
Good
yeah.
for you, man. What do you got,
Yeah.
Danny boy?
I'm going to be in Rochester, New York at the Comedy Club.
Rochester, New York.
Rochester,
Give it
14th.
up for Brother Weeze.
14th through the 16th, and then I'll be at Helium in Portland the 21st through the 23rd.
Awesome.
Love
What do you,
that club.
What do you got?
I'm going to be in Austin, lovely Austin.
Clean New Orleans?
Yeah, clean New Orleans, the 23rd through, I think, the 26th of May.
Making public apology.
No public apologies. I'll stand
A
by my
lot of people
statements.
listen to this podcast in Austin.
I hope they do.
A lot of
Come
YKWD.
to the shows.
Yeah,
It'll be a lot of
scream
fun.
out. We're good.
I
Austin
shit
Lives
on the
Matter.
Red Sox when I was
That's
in
it.
Comedy Connection. I thought there was going to be a fucking riot.
Good. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
But it was good. It was fun.
What, the Wilbur, you mean?
No, the Comedy Connection.
That was years ago.
In
no,
Providence.
it's
They
in
still have it in
Providence. Rhode
Providence.
Oh,
Island.
those
Yeah,
guys are fucking great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Love those. What a great
Yeah.
club.
They're cool. I like those
Fucking
guys.
A,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Last
yeah.
time I was there, I had a blast.
Yeah,
they have a
they're cool,
drum
right?
kit in the basement.
Oh, I didn't know there was a basement.
There's a.
it's
But it's the
creepy.
coolest green room. The green room is the coolest green room
'cause
of
it's
any
green.
comedy club. No, because
It's
it's
the
a fucking
vault.
It's a vault.
Yeah.
You're inside a vault.
Yeah, but the club is fucking great.
Yeah. It's
great.
Everybody works there great. What, the Corey
Corey and
Dave.
Dave.
Corey's
yeah.
great. His girlfriend didn't like me last time.
They,
You ever walk? I walked up. I was like, "Hey." She was like,
I love it.
"I was like, oh boy, what I do?"
Patriots were playing the Ravens
Yeah?
in the playoffs
Yeah.
on Saturday night, and I walked in and I go, hey, we're not going to start the show till the fucking game's over, right? And he goes, fucking of course. Like that. And I go, oh, thank God. And then they won, and he's like, we're going to give him 5 minutes to enjoy the celebration. I ended up doing like 30 minutes on the first show, and it was awesome because they were just like, fucking Patriots! But I know so many clubs that would be like, we're going to start right at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I walk in, and Corey and Dave, I'm like, I think it was Corey. I was like, hey, we're not going to start right now, right? And he's like, what the fuck?
When we did the Wilbur, wasn't the Red Sox in the play? No, someone was in the playoffs. And, the Bruins.
Yeah.
The Bruins were in the playoffs at 8 o'clock, and the show was going on.
Yeah, that's all. That's usually when my gigs are.
Yeah.
The Bruins are in the
During
playoffs.
holidays and shit.
Yeah, it's a mother, daughter, father week at the college. It's fucking crazy. All right, I can take this. Nobody really got this.
No,
show.
I got it because those are the shows I get. It's just any holiday weekend.
Ah,
We're like,
yeah.
yeah, let's put
All
them
right,
up.
thank you.
But hey, I appreciate, man. Maybe if you guys check out my podcast, I do a podcast called Brilliant Idiots with a buddy of mine named Charlemagne the God, and you check it out.
Great.
Man.
I've actually heard a lot about it.
Okay.
And
Hopefully
I
good
heard it's a
things.
great podcast. And what else? You've done a million shows on MTV,
I've been doing
right?
some stuff on MTV, but yeah. So and then just check out the podcast.
Check out the
That'd be
podcast,
cool, man.
and very soon you got great news coming out.
Hopefully, yeah. Man.
Big movie
Thank
star
you,
about
God.
to happen.
I don't know, but man.
We
stop.
go.
Yeah, you're gonna
Do
change the
it.
expectations.
Him and Paul Bettany.
Yeah. Paul Bettany to Wimbledon too. Double.
Bettany's his teacher.
All right. Well, of course, we got me.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, we can go to this T-shirt in the back. Let's.
No, it's on me.
Oh, you got it. Oh,
Yeah.
shit. Hey, stand up. Let them see that. Stretch it out a little bit. There you go. You can go to riotcast.com or go to my website, and we have these T-shirts available. Robert Kelly Live from the Village Underground. You can pick them up for, I think it's like $20 or something like that. And also you can get the my hour special, half hour comedy special, my double deuce. My hours comedy special, Robert Kelly Live from the Village Underground, at robertkellylive.com. $5 minimum donation. Make sure you spread the word about that. Tweet it, Facebook it, tell your friends. Get the special, grab a T-shirt, and where's my dates? What do I got coming up?
Next weekend, 14th, 15th, 16th, Laugh Boston.
It's not next weekend.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, today's the 5th. This weekend will be the 7th and 8th.
Wow.
And then the
fucking
next,
life is flying by. And you're going to be with me.
Yeah.
Scopo's coming, and Stavros is coming.
Stavros Hakitos.
So fantastic. Scopo's been killing, by the way. In the middle spot, you know. I remember I told him a year ago, get your shit together, get funny so I could take you. And he really stepped on it, did shows every night at shit clubs, which...
Still there.
But some people, comics complain, dude, how do you get out of the shit clubs? You will, because you'll get funnier. And then you'll have an opportunity. And you're definitely killing it. You killed it with me last time. You killed it with...
Killed with Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
Schulz takes me.
Yeah, let me say it. It sounds weird when you're saying you killed it. Go ahead. Is he killing?
Yeah, he was doing great, man. Absolutely.
No, I
great.
said killing. You say great, but that's cool.
He's been killing.
Okay.
June 18th, the 50 West Club in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Is that near Trinidad?
Oh, let's get back to this gig. Laugh Boston, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's a brand new club that I'm playing. I usually do the Wilbur, which I love those guys, but you know these guys. I'm trying something different. You know, I just wanted more than one night in one show to have. You know, to do it. You do. We got 5 shows, 1 Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday. So make sure you check that out. It's going to be a great weekend. Spread the word. Get your tickets now, and then I'm going to be where?
50 West Club in Salt Lake City. That is June 18th.
And
then you're going to be in New Haven.
Yep.
June 27th at the Treehouse Sports Haven.
And don't forget to watch Louie every Thursday. I did my one last week, and I think I'm on this week too. If you're listening live, this Thursday I have another appearance, and then I'm in I think 2 more. So I think
You're a real actor, man.
Ooh.
Dude, you're like a real actor.
You should have talked about this at the beginning.
This is no Ann Moore shit. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
this is real. You probably have more acting credits than everybody else on that list. You got the TV show coming out.
Yep.
Regular on Louie.
Yep.
This is bullshit, man. No, you're a real fucking thespian or whatever, you know? I'm being dead serious.
You're really fucking explaining your podcast name very well right now.
Listen, I don't know shit. All right? I admit I don't know shit, but I feel like I know this.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. So
it's hard to get on TV. People don't realize that.
It's
Especially
very hard.
acting. You know, what I mean? This is not like a VH1's Best Week Ever thing where like they'll let anybody on.
Yeah.
This is acting. This is fucking difficult to get on TV,
It
man.
is. It is. Bye, Danny.
He's going to let you keep going the whole time.
I'm not bullshitting. This is for real.
Yeah,
man.
in the microphone. Say it.
Fuck you. I'm done.
Listen, man. Make sure you go to robertkellylive.com.
If a compliment isn't spoken into the microphone, does it mean anything?
No, it doesn't. For all my dates and my special and T-shirt, all Robert Kelly needs are there. And go to riotcast.com and check out all the shows we have. Amazing shows. It's the best network on the fucking internet right now. I guarantee it. Hammer Fisting, Bailey J, Jersey Jerks, Mad Scientist, My Wife Hates Me, Weird Medicine, Why You Suck in Bed, Jim Florentine. We got Pete and Sebastian. We got Nick DiPaolo. We got Davey Mack Sports Program, and of course YKWD. It's an amazing network, and it's all free. So check out other shows on the network. Do yourself a favor. I want to thank all you guys for being on my show today. It was a blast, and I want to thank you people listening live, and all you people downloading the podcast. You're the best fans ever. Thanks a lot. You know what, dude?
You've been listening to the YKWD podcast. Thanks for listening. Now go back to your shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Shitty jobs. Check out riotcast.com for all of the best podcasts on the internet. And they're all free.
Hey, what's up? Are you a YKWD fan? Then, shit. Hey, are you? Oh God. Are you doing one? Are you doing 3, 2, 1? Are you gonna
3, 2, 1, and just go.
Are you gonna say action?
No, just go.
All right, ready? Here we go. Ready? 1, go.
3, 2, 1.
Why did you say it like you were going to say go? Fucking forget it. Are you a YKWD fan? Well, prove it. My 1 hour special, live from the Village Underground, is available right now at robertkellylive.com. And it's the fucking motherfucking unedited fucking motherfucking version, bitches. That's right. No fucking beats. So go to Robert Kelly Live right now. And what are you making faces? That was perfect. You know what? You fucking.
So go to robertkellylive.com and get the special. It's only $5. So go there now. robertkellylive.com. You guys couldn't do that?